It's your turn to be the game master. How do you keep all the lore, monsters, and treasures straight? Introducing the Beadle & Grimm's Game Master's Journal. Start by choosing your cover art, add text to remind you why you play, then plan your adventures with over 200 pages for character backstory, encounters, session logs, and more. When the campaign is over, you'll have a record of your character's bravery, cowardice, or both. Probably both.
Hi everyone, how are we all doing? Welcome. This is Band of Badgers. I'm Dave, your host and GM for this series, and well, this Motley Crew. This is our Dragonlance campaign. How are we all doing?
Doing good.
Good.
Doing good.
Yeah.
Doing really good.
So how
are you doing, Steve?
Everyone feeling? How you doing, Steve?
Steve who?
Steve was just at the step out. Is the daddy cab today? So he'll be on soon. But he will be joining us at some. For those of you who missed Steve,
Oh, man.
Steve is your favourite.
Yeah.
He'll be here. He'll be here at some point. Until then, you get to do look at our wonderful players who are here. So you get to deal with this lot. But I wanted to ask, how is everybody feeling after last week's episode or the last episode?
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Why?
It was a good little
It's a
one
nice
shot.
one.
Yeah. I really
Oh,
like it. See it. But
supernatural ghosts.
I've
It's
got a
good.
grey streak in my hair now from the ghostly encounters. You can't see it's back here. But yeah. So I look a bit like a badger.
Oh.
So for anyone who doesn't know, if you just, I don't know, maybe you're just joining in. Who knows? If you joined us live, thank you very much. The last episode was actually a Beadle & Grimm's bonus episode as part of one of their encounters, because just in case you did not know, Beadle & Grimm's are actually one of our supporters. And we love Beadle & Grimm's because they make all kinds of wicked stuff, including what we are playing here, which is...
Oh, look at that.
Not just the Dungeons and
Nice
Dragons
things.
Dragonlance, but this is the Steel Edition.
Steel Edition.
The Steel Edition. But yeah, look at that dragon. Amazing.
Wait, are we going to face that?
Oh.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
That's
so fucking cool.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Wait till you get to level 6.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is
And then you can find out. But yeah, Beadle & Grimm's, if you didn't know, make a load of stuff. Go check him out, beadleandgrimms.com. You cannot go wrong. All the stuff is absolutely beautiful, top-notch, and top quality gear. Now, the other thing you see, if you was here earlier, you may have seen the trailer. It is also the GM Journal, or the Game Master's Journal. Now, I have my copy here. We've got Band of Badgers on it. It's wicked. Look, it's lovely. And it's got our names in it as well, because me and Steve helped put some of it together. We get to kind of proofread it, add some comments here and there, which is nice. We love doing it, and we especially enjoy being with hanging around with Beadle & Grimm's. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Here's
the Beadle & Grimm's.
Yeah, to Beadle & Grimm's. Thank you very much. Now, before we get into it, I'm going to put Jeff on the spot. Jeff, do we have a Badger fact for this week?
Possibly.
He's like,
no, let me see if I can recall one quickly for you. Well, as we know, badgers are black and white, but not a lot of people know this. They're actually white and black. So that's one thing. I think I've mentioned this before, but their main diet is worms, but they do love slugs. So if you have a slug problem in your garden, get yourself a badger.
There you go. Badgers are everyone's best friends. Now, I'm going to remind everyone as well, because this week I'm going to do it again. It worked out so well last time that I am going to use Ian's dice against him.
That was far too good last time.
It was. So should
brutal.
you encounter any dodgy traders in your trips to Canaman, we will kick off with that. But are we ready to play?
Yeah. Aye, Captain.
Everybody ready to play? Are we ready to play?
Yep. We are ready.
Aye.
We
Yeah,
are good.
let's do it.
And actually, Ian, you're in sync. I just realised that. Look, you're pixel perfect, and you're actually verbally in sync.
You know what,
What has
guys? I'm
changed?
glad you noticed. Nothing.
It's made all the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing
What
nothing.
I find is
it
the best
works.
approach
Really well.
is ignore the problem until it goes away. It's actually not what I did. I did everything I could to solve it and then couldn't. And then it did it on its own.
Brilliant.
You know?
Yeah.
Thanks for the support,
off and
guys.
on again.
Thank you for the award for least
Textbook.
laggy.
Yep.
Roll VT.
Yep, we can do that. We can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, let's do it. As Ian said, we're going to roll VT. We'll see you in a sec.
Damn it, Steve, where are you? I love it every time. It's so good.
Yeah,
I mean,
damn it. That
I
intro
enjoy it
never
as
gets
well.
old.
I know.
It never
I
gets
do
old.
enjoy it.
I love it.
It's a great one. So anyway, after last session, you managed to clear out some ghosties from Fort Dyer. Just before dawn, as the sun was coming up at 4 or 5 a.m. You managed to put some rations together and cook yourself some sausages over a skillet. So you had a bit of an full English breakfast in the morning. Yeah. And just about 8 a.m., let's keep it simple. 8 a.m., the sun is up in the sky. It's a nice, beautiful day. And you are back on the road, heading towards Calaman. Well done. Glad you enjoyed it. So,
Level 6. Let's go.
yeah, you're all level up. Well done.
Yeah.
You're back on the road.
That'd be good.
Okay. However,
There's always a however.
on the road, there's always that however. It's like D&D how they write their books. The room is empty apart from everything that's bloody well in it. But
Fuck you, D&D.
the on the road ahead of you, remember the road towards when you were going towards Fort Dyer was overgrown and kind of old and decrepit and had been kind of left. And it'd been left alone because not much traffic had passed it for at least sort of 10 years. However, you're nearing the end, and you see a lone rider on the road heading towards you. He's wearing normal clothes. He's not decked out in armor of any kind. And Shilling, with your Orvan vision, you can see that he looks agitated, he looks worried, he looks scared. And he's on horseback and he's still coming towards you.
I am quickly alert the group to this, that there is a presence coming towards us. And he
Shilling, what do your elf eyes see?
Oh, he looks a bit agitated.
It's the whisper of cloud. Oh, look, yeah, there's a bloke on a horse coming this way. By the looks of it, yeah, I see him.
Yeah,
What do we
I
do?
do see him.
Should we just hold ground until he gets nearer? Keep going as we are.
They may need help.
He's still coming towards you. He's not
Yeah.
veering off.
I'll
Okay.
turn and look
There's
at
like
Shilling. Does he look dangerous? Do you see any weapons of any kind?
Do I see any weapons on him, David?
You can
Physical
see
ones? Like he's brandishing anything?
He's not brandishing anything. He hasn't got any weapons or armor on, but
Okay.
he's bound to have something mounted onto the horse.
Okay.
You know, if you ride on a horse, you might have a sword or anything
Yeah.
tucked in tight. But there's nothing kind of sticking out. There's no bow over his shoulder. There's no shield. There's definitely no armor. Not
Okay,
even a
so
helm.
just an ordinary guy
Yeah.
on a horse.
He
Looks a
seems
bit.
to, at this distance, he seems to see you. He kind of horse. He doesn't seem to have control much of the horse. So he's holding the
Okay.
reins. He's definitely not a trained horse rider, and he seems to see you in the distance. And he's fishing around for something in his pockets.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it
He's-
looks a
he's
little.
got something. He's holding something up, but you can't
Ah.
quite see it.
Oh, we're head towards him, I suppose. Should
Yeah.
we keep going?
I don't.
Since
He
we're
looks a
going
little
in that
flustered.
direction.
Yeah. So looks kind of low risk at the minute, but we shall see. So yeah, if we go towards him, at least it puts some of the control back on us.
Okay. You hear him shout out. Is it, you Jorg? We're Jorg, Grom, Fizz.
Do we
No.
recognise?
Is that you?
voice?
Oh,
There's like
is it-
towards the decaying
is it
arm.
Darren?
Yeah. Hey, hey!
Is that you?
Who is it?
flag him down.
Okay. So he kind of manages to somehow get the horse to move a little bit faster. And as he gets up close to you, you can see he's completely relieved. Because are you do you know? Are you Darrett's friends? Are you Jorg? Where's Jorg? Is Grom?
He's asleep on the horse. Don't worry, we'll wake him up in a minute.
I'm here. I'm Grom.
You're Grom. I've got a. I've got this, and he kind of hands you. It's a rolled up note. It's. I've been told to give you this.
You know that bit in Skyrim when like a messenger finds you and it's like, I've been looking for you everywhere.
So yeah, Grom, if you want to read it out for everyone.
Yeah. So, well, looks like we've got a note here. Come at
What's it
once.
say?
Baracus is leading us to ruin at Steel Springs. He's the
Oh,
commander
gosh.
of this mission, and I can't disobey. I'll do what I can, but I need your help.
Bloody
There.
Becaris.
Bakaris.
Roll my eyes.
I knew we
Yeah,
should
even
have
Fizz
left
is
him
I'll
alone.
actually just crumple the note and toss it on the ground.
Fizz will just look at you all and he's just like, he's not wearing his hat, by the way. It's like on his thing, and his beard is starting to grow in now because obviously he's not shaved for a while. But the hat's not on, and he looks at you. And he's like, and there's a look of pain on his face when Bakaris is mentioned. And he's like, I don't like him, but Darrett's a good kid.
Yeah. It's not fair on the others if we leave him to it
Yeah.
with him.
Do we know where Steel Springs is?
Darrett. Is
Or-
there? I work in the kitchens. It was Darrett who told me to come find you. They went out. They went out. I guess last night, and it was meet them at dawn. But Darrett was worried, and he wanted you. He wanted to alert you. Marshal Vendry's not there. She's gone out west with the regiment. Bakaris is leading them. He took them all out. Even his son. He's leading one regiment. His son's leading another one. We didn't believe the rumors. We didn't believe it, but they've gone out.
What did they go out to face, boy?
I'm sorry. I'm really nervous.
It's all right, calm yourself down.
The
Have a
Dragon
swig of
Army,
this and calm yourself down.
thank you. Well, that's really strong. So
Well, I ain't
it's
going to
tasty,
help
but
him
it's,
control that horse any
kind of
better.
a bit of a fruity mix. It's kind of nice, but it's yeah. Dara, I don't think would have sent me. I work in the kitchens. I'm not a soldier like you. The Dragon Army. They're getting closer. They've gone out west. The Marshal Vendry, as I said, they took a regiment, and but they were spotted to the south of Calaman, which is where you are. And I took a long way round, and I've been travelling all night to get here. He said to meet you at Fort Dyer, and he gave me this old map, and I followed it as best I could. I got lost a few times, and I don't know where the stuff is, and I've lost that. And
It's
I lost
okay.
my torch.
Yeah, it's
I couldn't find
okay.
anything. And,
Just-
and
What does Darrett need?
yeah, but he needs you. It's going it's back towards Calaman. they're going to fight, or they're fighting now. I'm late getting here. It means they've already started, and I don't know what's going to happen.
Calm yourself, boy.
Can
Can you take us to them?
I'm not a soldier, but it's at Still Springs. If you just follow the river, and it will take you to the river crossing. That's Still Springs, and you'll find them there. But
How long will it take to get there?
Hurry. Go,
Yeah. Do you know?
From here, maybe it's a couple of hours, if
Okay.
that. But I go fast, please, because he.
What do you think, guys? I think we should
He's my
make
friend.
haste and don't spare the horses.
Yeah, I think we need to go as soon as possible, especially if Bakaris is leading them to their doom.
Someone wake up York.
York!
I think
He's
It's
out.
when you say
because you gave him the rum. That was it. There's a rum last night.
Yeah.
He's out
When you
for the
say
count.
My bowl was half empty this morning.
He's in a
when you say
drunken
don't spare the
stupor.
horses, Fizz like leans down to his horse and in turn to all of his like with communicate with animals that he can do as a forest gnome. It's like, hey, it's okay. We're going to ride really hard and really fast. There's people that need our help. We can do this. And he like turns towards like, we have to help.
You see, what is that? You're saying that to your horse?
I'll say it to my horse and to try and do it to the entire group's horses.
You see your horse kind of just sort of look back, kind of like does a weird nod.
That's
And after,
Wishes.
like, yeah, and like right before we kind of take off, like, you know, gallop off, I'll just touch I'll touch the one that that we met there. What was his name again?
Me, my name's Sam. Samwise.
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 I'll just touch Samwise as we're going out and just kind of hit him with guidance. Just to, I've noticed sort of his uncontrollable like nature there with the horse. So
Yeah, I don't know how to. I haven't driven. I haven't rode a horse on my own before.
Well, we got here.
Samwise,
That's the main
steal
thing.
your nerve, because I have a feeling that you're the true hero of the story. So let's get on with this. Come on, guys.
Okay.
Are we dragging him with us?
Am I going? Which way do I go?
Do you know where to go for safety for yourself? Because obviously you've
Yeah.
told us directions, so we don't need you to show
We
us.
can
where
go on
to
our own.
I can take the long way around. That's
Yeah.
fine. I can go back the way I
Okay.
came. It's just going to take a while.
Just be careful.
it's a-
Keep your eyes out, because this place is crawling with Dragonborn. Okay.
take the safest route back.
Yeah. Fizz pulls out the dead arm and is like, yeah, you go that way and we'll follow the river.
What is that?
Jesus.
What-
Oh, God.
Hi.
Okay.
Oh,
He tries to kind of turn the horse. He's kind of using his heels to dig it in, and this way, please. As he says please, the horse slowly turns around and takes him back from where he came. Okay, so Samwise is off. What are you doing?
I suppose heading to where Bakaris is.
Head to the river
Yeah.
and then go in the
Head to
direction
the
you
river,
said.
follow the river, 2 hours.
Okay.
Yep.
Flog the horse
And I
for the
assume
dead
we're going to
hand.
full gallop, right?
Right, for at least an hour, you're burning these horses as much as you can. You're going across country, keeping off the roads and the pathways, up and down the hills. In the distance, Shilling, for you as well, we'll say that you can hear, you're the first to pick up sounds
Okay.
of what appears to be battle in the distance.
Oh.
And then slowly you start to see trails of smoke just here and there going up. And eventually, as you all start to hear these noises in the distance, clashes of metal on metal and screams, roars. You see, every now and then you see maybe a shadow in the sky. And as you ride up to this top of a hill, down into the area below, you can see what appears to be a river that splits into two, cutting the path. On your side, it's just you lot. Crossing the river, you can see a handful of Calaman knights,
Okay.
the soldiers from Calaman. decked out in their gear. They're still wearing their armor. Some have their helms off. None of them are on a horseback. Some of them seem to be picking each other up under the arms and dragging each other across the river from north to south. You're at the south end?
Yep.
And at the north end is where they're coming from.
Okay. So
Behind them, however, breaking out from an area of trees, you see four Dragon Army soldiers on horseback.
Okay.
Laughing
How
with
far away are
glee
they?
as they start cutting down the Calaman soldiers who are running for their lives. Some of them
Sweet.
get trampled, some of them they're just attacking. I'm going to bring up the battle map for you.
I was saying to probably get over that river as quickly as possible.
Are they within 120 feet?
Let's find out. So I'm going to wait for that bit to load.
Ooh, got a map.
And then I will bring it up on the screen for everyone to see. Here we go.
115 just.
115.
So just to show everybody, for those of you who are watching, you can see that there are our heroes at the bottom there. We will take Jorg off for a little bit. We'll just kind of put him on pause. There's the river, splits into two. There's our soldiers going across the river, or trying to get across the river. And there are our horsemen, dragon armies.
Stick York in the 5 feet timeout square.
Yeah.
As soon as they cross the line and start hacking people down, they are within 115 feet. I cast magic missile. And I will just attempt to hit all of them straight away.
Yes,
you would watch, even with like everything that's gone on, there's now just reacts. And he like looks at you guys and he's like, we have to help. Throws the hat up their face. His hand goes down while he's still riding the horse, and then just pulls these threads of silver and launches them into the air as they become little comets. And they just, and it'll be 5 magic missiles. I'll do 2 to the far left and then 1 to each of the rest of them, if that's all right.
Go for it. Roll your damage.
Roger, Roger.
Everyone,
Let's
after
go.
this, everyone, while you're doing that, everyone set up your initiative for me. Roll your initiative.
Excellent.
So first one on the left takes 6 points of force damage.
Six.
B takes
Off.
5 points of force damage.
5 points. Yep.
C takes 4 points of force damage.
4.
And last but not least, 5 points for D. I think that's the best magic missile I've ever rolled.
Well done.
And he will go into a full charge.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. Right, everyone got the initiative in?
Yep.
We are starting. So Shipping and Hawk, just do a d6 roll. Whoever goes first can up to 17. Whoever gets highest.
5 on the dice.
Sorry, what was that, Dave? Couldn't quite hear.
Roll a d6.
Yep. 2.
Okay, so Hawk, can you change your 16 to a 17, please?
Aye.
And you get to go first.
Right, so how far up can I go on my horse? What's the movement speed of a horse? I should have looked that up myself. I do apologise.
Yeah.
40 feet.
Let's say it's up to 60 for now if you want to be quick while someone else looks up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got it.
So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40.
Is it a war horse, Dave?
60.
These are not war horses, no.
Just regular horses.
Ponies.
Yes.
Daddy, I want a pony.
Ooh, not in the monster man.
Well, let's just say it's there anyway.
War horse is 60.
And a noble horse
Okay.
is
So
75. Does that count as my movement as well, Dave, or is it the horse gets its own movement?
no, that counts as your movement as well. Unfortunately, you can't
That's okay.
ride it to its maximum and then do your 30 afterwards, or even a dash afterwards.
That's cool.
but-
So what?
Wait a sec. So what happens is, as you gallop across, you leave everyone behind. You gallop across the first river. coming up to where some of the Calaman soldiers are, and you see one of the Calaman soldiers, I'm going to say the one on the right, and he collapses.
Right, okay. I'm going to, not that I know if I can, because I'm not sure about, can I dismount the horse there?
You can. I will do it for you.
Oh, if you put me next to that collapsed soldier.
Yeah. Hold on.
How do the other ones look roughly that are near me that I can see because they're within they're within 20 feet or whatever? Is it just this one soldier that's really knackered?
Sorry, I'm trying to detach you at the same time.
That's okay.
Right, you're trying to dismount and get down. There you go.
Yes.
Right. Go ahead.
So that one next to me there, that's the one that's collapsed, yeah?
Yeah.
And there's a dead one over there. How does that one look that's to the left of my horse?
He looks fine. He's scared.
Right, okay.
But there, he looks okay.
Right, what I'll do then is I'm going to pick up that one that's collapsed.
Yeah.
Can I tell he's breathing?
He is breathing, yes.
Right, okay. So I'm going to pick him up. I'm going to lay him over the back of my horse.
Yeah.
Turn the horse around and smack it on the arse so it heads back to the others.
Okay.
Nice.
And because that's probably like an action and a bonus action, that's all I'm going to do for my turn. Because otherwise, I feel like I'm being a bit too greedy.
There you go. Right.
But
And
like, I suppose next turn he will obviously the horse will start moving back towards the others. So
correct.
Cool.
Okay.
And I shall just ready myself for battle.
Shilling, over to you.
Excellent. Right, Shillian is going to. I imagine this is quite. Oh, actually, no, I think it's probably quite deep. But she and the horse, but do the horse for now. Gallop over here by this rock. And I shall move Shillian as well. Oh, the horse is moving with Shillian.
Did you fall off?
No, she sort of detached
So
herself. But no. Hang on, let me do 2 for 1 here. Bring the horse back with me.
There you go.
Okay.
There she is.
You lead that
Um,
horse
I
to
think
war.
it helps if you move the horse, not the token. Move the horse. Not the token.
So I'm going to shout over to Flynn. Use my horse if you need to get more men on the way back. And as I'm hiding, I'm going to use my longbow and aim for D. And I've got advantage because I am hiding.
Well done.
So 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
Excellent. And that is 6 points, but I've got a sneak attack to that as well, I believe. So 6 plus 1, 7 points of damage.
To
Has
which
your
one?
sneak attack not gone up,
D.
gone up like level 5?
To D.
Oh, let me see, because I just
Surely it must be.
Oh, 3d6, surely. What? Sorry, ignore that. So I'd do 1, I'd do 2 more d6s. I thought I was a bit low. I was like, why am I doing that?
No, it gets nasty.
Oh, that's a 4 for that one. And a 6. That's 10. So that's 11 points of sneak damage on top,
Yeah.
including the one I rolled.
Right, so what was your total damage?
Oh god, what did I roll for the actual damage? So it was 11 points of sneak damage, and the other was, I think, 6 points. So it's 6 plus 11, 17 points of damage.
Okay, right, and you're going for D.
D, yeah.
He drops off the horse.
Wicked.
Good shot.
Bosh. Done. Take that.
Except the saddle's got super glue on it.
And the horse just
Yeah.
goes,
They all have. There we go. Right. I'm trying to manage all of it now. Here we go. Okay. So, well done. 1 down. Now,
Why do I get the feeling that these 4 aren't going to be it? Why is there going to be a giant token that's going to turn up and Dave's going to be like, and here comes 4 dragons?
Exactly, there's
There-
going to be a dragon.
Oh, this was a shopping.
Always this giant token just off screen.
Just
Shilling,
shadow
as-
just fills the
As
thing.
you fire,
Open
the
to death.
knight comes off the horse, boom, he hits the ground, and then over in the distance, behind the trees, you see flying up into the sky is a huge cloud of arrows,
Oh,
and they are coming down towards you.
Okay.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw, please? You need to beat
Okay.
14.
Okay.
That
Oh,
everyone
nice.
is showing.
Unnatural 20. Dirty 20.
Unnatural 20. Well done.
Is it all of us?
I'm
Dave,
shielding
or
my
just
horse
me
as
and
well. I've
Shilling?
pulled my horse close
No,
towards
it's
me and
just-
just stuck him down.
It's just Shilling and
Okay.
just her
Oh,
horse.
just
So, two things. Sadly, this one doesn't make it.
oh, okay, we lost a
Ah.
horse.
He
Okay.
dies.
Oh, we lost a soldier.
And
That's
Yeah, I thought it was my
also-
horse then. I was about to like go, no!
And
It is the
also-
horse.
No! Sorry.
You're gonna let me speak.
Sorry.
Also, your
so
horse.
excited.
6 arrows embed themselves into it, and the knight falls down, and he's got arrows just stuck into his back.
Oh.
Ooh, right, my turn. Okay, so they're going to move forward. That horse is just going to ride off into ride backwards. He's going to go off like Grand National. He's riderless. Oh, that's happening now. Look, boom. Here we go. He's going after him. This one is going to run down to them. And this one's going to run down to them. They're going to take a swing. So C first is a miss. They get 2 attacks. Second one is a hit. That's 6 points of damage. You see this knight here. He takes a huge slash to his back. B can't reach anyone as he realizes that the guy on the floor is actually dead. A, as he's riding towards this knight here, you see him grab something from the horse. He picks it up, hefts it onto his arm, and as he's riding along, he throws it down into the back of the knight. It's a javelin. That is a hit. It is 5 points of damage to the knight. He is wounded. He's got a huge javelin sticking out of his back, which he's trying to reach round. He stumbles down, and he's going to land into the water head first.
Oh no.
Fizz, you're up next. What
Yeah.
would you like to do?
What's our movement on the horses?
I would say 60, but Hawk, did you find out what it was?
No, I couldn't find it either. Let me have a quick look
Let's
again.
do 60.
So I'm going to go 40 to there. Then he's going to. How do I disattach?
I can. Let me do it for you. There we go. Boom. That should do it.
I'm going to hop off onto this rock if I can.
Yep, it's fine. You want a
And
horse
then
back?
I've jumped off the horse and onto there. And he turns around. No, he would. Looking at the chaos in front of him. It's like, Grom, there's so many down. Can you help? And then we'll cast with. Oh, actually, no. I think I picked up something else, didn't I? He pulls out his crossbow.
Yeah.
He's for the first time you watch the crossbow that he picks up from the keep. He's like, pulls it out, and he's going to take the shot. I'm still at exhaustion level 1, so I'm at disadvantage, and it'll be at who's closer? C is closer, so we're going to go for C. Okay, disadvantage. That is an 8 plus 4 for an 11.
And 11 does miss.
Nope, 12. Yeah.
12 does
no,
miss.
13.
You watch. He's like totally unsure with it, but he like tries to bring it up and steady it, but he's just a bit like he, like pulls too hard and it snatches, just launches into the air and it goes past. And he then pulls out another bolt to try and reload.
Okay.
Right,
Fizz,
Dave,
while
assuming
you're
they're
doing
basic
that, as-
riding horses, it's 60 feet.
Cool.
Cool.
So that's what we're going with. These are not war horses. These are
No, riding horses are 60 feet as well.
Yeah. Cool.
I assume
Okay,
they're not
so-
arses.
No. Fizz, you see. Do I have a quick token? Let's get one of these. You see a soldier Calaman defender coming out from the trees and from the battle. He's obviously wounded. He staggers around. He grabs his helm, pulls it off, chunks it down. He's not looking where he's going. But you see the dragon army. From your vantage point, you see that the dragon officer, dragon soldier that you were shooting at, he sees him. So he's going to start to make a beeline for him.
Could I shout, like, look out, or you're running into combat or anything like that, or is my turn over?
No, that's
like,
it. You can always shout. You can always talk.
Yeah, it's like, they're here! Look out! And try and notify the guy that he's running into another fight.
Okay. Grom. Let's pick you up.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna see this, and I'm gonna dash right. I'm gonna dash right in. So let's see, right here would be 60.
Yep.
I'm gonna run right to there. Just gallop across that river. Come to it like a pull up on the reins. Screech to a stop right by that rock, and then I'm within range of all three of these Dragonborn now. And I'll stare them all three down and just take my fist and clasp like this, and you'll see just a purple pulse from my eyes. And I'll hit all three of them with Bane. So I need charisma checks from each one.
Okay, charisma. Okay, A. I get no bonuses on this. It's a flat roll. That's 11.
Fail.
Let's do all of them, and then you can tell what goes on. B.
Yep.
13.
Fail.
And I got a 3. They all failed.
Fail. Okay, all three of them. The next attack you make
Yep.
or saving throw, you got to minus a D4.
Minus D4. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome. Good job.
Did we win yet?
Okay.
We're getting close.
Not quite.
Grom, so you're on horseback. As you cast a spell, you can see that they're suddenly kind of confused about what's actually going on. However, Grom and Hawk, overhead, or just on the ground, you see swooping a shadow. But this one has wings.
Of course
It's
does.
big. And you hear the if it's gonna, there you go.
The Wilhelm scream.
You hear the Wilhelm scream. As,
Could I have sorry, with the last of my movement, could I have gone prone on that rock?
yeah, that's fine.
Cool,
Yeah.
just make it.
Yeah. And you see that landing directly in front of you is, again, another Calaman soldier who just craters into the ground with a kind of wet thump as he splats into the ground
Ooh.
in front of you.
Brutal.
He's not going to be in Dragonlance 2.
You ain't gonna make
Fatality.
it. Now, my guys are going to struggle to move. So these are the knights. They're going to move up if they can. There, you can see as they get closer, they are all injured. This one gets attack of opportunity against him. It is a miss. He managed to stumble out the way. I think that's the only alive soldiers I've got left. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, yeah. And Horsey moves this way. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. He starts taking that one away because you did a good thing there. Well done. So he starts to move away. Then, Shilling, you see more with your devilish elven eyes.
Yep.
Jumping out of the trees, you see.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's Derek!
It's
Oh,
Derek.
it's a good thing. So I
Here comes to save the day.
Well, I was very worried it was going to be a lot of fucking Dragon Army soldiers.
That's why I thought them up. I instantly went to like, oh, it's the enemy.
With an adult dragon.
You see bursting out of the tree line with a contingent of 12 mounted Calaman soldiers is your friend Garrett, but he appears to have someone on the back of his horse as they gallop towards you.
yeah.
As they gallop
No, he
towards you.
died. Oh.
You see Bakaris
On the back of his horse.
on the back of Darrett's horse.
Is he hiding behind Darren?
100% human shield.
Yeah.
So
I'm just
lads,
surprised
lads,
he's here.
Garrett.
I'm surprised he's here as well.
Here he is.
Are you kidding me?
That was fucking amazing, Randy. Oh, I'm so happy.
You
You sneaky rat bastard.
How you doing, Randy? How's you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm glad to be here. I'm excited to see all that is happening. It's been great listening to this whole episode. I love
In the
it.
lobby the entire time.
Yeah, I've been here.
Oh my god.
Oh, I've missed you so much.
It's good to see your face, Randy. It's good to see you.
Okay, so
It's not good to see
Darrett
Bakaris,
leads.
though.
Darrett leads everyone in, and they attack from the rear, swooping in to take out the rest of the remaining soldiers.
Steve, you muted. You need to get online and get really fucking
Oh,
crazy.
Steve's back as well. God.
He's fucking here, guys. Best badger prime.
You're still
Back from
muted,
his second
Steve.
job as Uber.
Steve's still on mute.
Unmute button, Steve. Unmute.
You know, he's tried. He's doing what he can.
It's what it is. He's too excited now. He's realised what's going on.
Yeah, it was hilarious watching him like say whatever he was trying to say.
Hello. Hello.
Yay!
Yay.
You hadn't picked up my mic. Yeah, this is not shops, and why are you here?
Yeah,
You'll
I know.
find out. You'll find out.
Welcome, Randy.
Boy,
It's good to see you.
ages ago.
Even if it isn't good to see Bakaris, you're always welcome.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so you see Darrett is guiding in the horse with the
What a
troops.
Friday.
You see the troops start hacking down these remaining Dragon Army soldiers. But Bakaris is in a position where he can take an attack on the Dragon Army soldier B. You lean off, you're holding on to Darrett, you lean off and take a strike at B. Roll some dice.
Yes. All right.
Darrett the human shield.
So you'll notice as you look at Bakaris that he is not hiding behind Dareth right now. He is out there leaning over with a cleave that he hopes will hit the enemy. He doesn't know. Let me see where. Okay. Yeah, that is going to be a 18, Dave.
18 hits. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And that is a D8 plus 4. I have not rolled for this character in a long time. That's 7 points of damage. And you see him cleave in what looks slightly like he's definitely throwing Dareth a little bit off balance as he's swinging almost haphazardly.
You see Darrett struggling with the reins a bit. Like, whoa! But you kill it. You kill the Dragon Army soldier. How do you want to kill it?
Yeah, you see just the sword swoosh through the guy's neck as the head flies off in a far direction. Bakaris is screaming, almost unintelligible.
Okay. So what's going to happen here, folks, is that the knights are going to deal with the Dragon Army soldiers as they all rush in. I'm just going to let's put that up on screen again, just so the audience can see what happened right at the end there. The whole contingent rides in and basically saves the day. Darrett catches up to you. Darrett catches up to you all. Let me just put the screen around. There we go. And he says, explains like we have to go. I've called for a retreat. We have something just a few miles away. Please, it's good to see you again, but please do come with us. Any soldiers we see, any of our own soldiers, we have to pick them up and survive with them. But please follow us.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Derek.
Derek, once going that way on my horse, could you possibly get one of your guys to retrieve him, please? Thanks.
I
Yeah,
also
you see
need
one
a
of-
horse as well.
As the horses come down, two spare, they put their arms down for you to grab onto. So Hawk, if you want to jump on and get on the back of the horse. Shilling,
Yeah,
same as you.
backflip.
So am I sharing a horse with Hawk?
No, it doesn't matter about that. No,
On my own.
with any other horse rider, you don't have to do anything
Sweet.
on the map.
That's
You
all
just
right.
grab a horse. Someone
And I'm
leans
off.
their arm down. You hoop your arm through theirs, and then you jump onto
Sweet.
the horse.
I'm up.
After 20 minutes of a hard ride, you break out into a clearing. Dara orders the troop to stop. You're kind of protecting the rear, if you like. You all kind of pull up. Dara and Bakaris dismount, and Dara kind of walks up to you all, takes his helmet off, tucks it under one arm, and he says, "Thank you. I didn't know if you were going to get here in time, but thank you for showing anyway."
Welcome.
We'd always help a friend.
He goes up to you first, grips your arm, and you feel his arm is much stronger than it used to be, firmer, more sure of himself.
Derek, have you been hitting the protein in the gym?
Well, I followed your
Been
instructions.
training.
I keep it to the protein, as you said. I didn't skip leg day.
Good.
I know it's only been maybe a week, I guess, since I saw you, but all of this happened very, very quickly. I think the adrenaline is still in me, man. What, Flynn, Jorg, before he comes here, Bakaris, he's not himself. His son, he put his son in charge of the second group. His son went down. Just be mindful of your words. And then you see Bakaris come over.
I'm gonna
think
step out, but I'm trying to find Fizz. Where's Fizz?
Yep, you find
Fizz would
Fizz
have
on one of the
been,
horses.
Yeah, near the back. And as kind of like Bakaris approaches, he would have actually pulled his hat down. Yeah, he like makes eye contact with Grom.
And I'm gonna hold my hand out like calm.
It's
I won't say
okay, Grom. I think I understand his reasoning now. It's only been a short time, this war, and being nobody, and now we're in the middle of it. And Bakaris saw an opportunity, I think, to maybe get the one thing he wanted. And that was for his son to have everything. The name, the lordship, we didn't mean anything compared to that, if you look at him. But if he's just lost his son, and he thinks about his dad, Fizwiz does, and his mum, imagine doing everything like that to then lose it. He's hurting worse than we are.
It's wise, Fizz. I'll just stand
Who's
there.
going to speak to you
I'll
first?
place my hand on top of my warhammer, but I'll just kind of stand there, like looking at Bakaris. In silence.
Yeah.
Bakaris walks up slowly towards the group. It seems we meet again.
Bakaris.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
Dareth must have sent for you.
He did.
Yeah,
It's lucky you did.
got here just in time.
And you see him look at that statement of making it just in time. and it hits him especially hard. He looks towards Jorg, and he says, I suspect you have many things you wish to say to me.
Still muted, Steve. Muted in the thing. Sorry.
So, yes, I do have many things to say. You are correct. I've thought long and hard on what I might say to you the next time I saw you. But actually, the words that I was going to say to you are pretty pointless now, because the lesson I wanted to teach you has unfortunately already been taught in an unfortunate way. You, Lord Vicaris, are a brilliant man. Looking back on the events that occurred at Vogler, you showed imagination, you showed strategy, you showed creative thinking, and you took leadership. Unfortunately, from my point of view, you did all of that for selfish reasons. And that's why we butted and disliked each other. All I
think
wanted you to
Fizwiz
do
would step up.
all I wanted you to do was to apply those talents for the betterment of others, for the survivors of Vogler. It was that frustration that you could have helped and didn't that caused me to act the way I did. And I'm sorry that you had to learn this lesson, not through me trying to persuade you of a different path, but what has happened.
What has happened here, Jorg? Do you even know why the battle turned the way it did? Do any of you know?
Why don't you tell us?
Fizwiz will step up. He puts his hand on your hand, and you see, like, Fizwiz looks disheveled, and he's carrying a crossbow. His cloak is red. His eyes are like bloodshot and kind of big bags under them. But there's this smile, this soft smile. He just holds your hands, and he's like, I do agree with Jorg. He is right, but I understand that you're in pain. And what you did, you tried to do for you and yours. And I get that. And he squeezes your hand ever so slightly. It's okay. I forgive you. And it's okay. It's okay. And he looks directly at Grom now and makes eye contact. You just see the tear coming down, and he just, like, nods to you. And the rest of the group.
Let me tell you a little bit of what happened here. First, this battle was supposed to be easier than it was. We heard of fighting off to the west where the Marshal Indris went. There was tale of other soldiers heading towards us. The Knights of Calaman, I thought, could handle it. Me, Dareth, and my son were to lead charge of the armies there. Hundreds, we were told. And instead, thousands showed up. I watched my son pulled from a horse and dragged off by those creatures. And you're right, Jorg. I've never been strong enough to do it. To save others. I was ready to die if it hadn't have been for Dareth pulling me onto his horse.
You said he was pulled down. Is he captive or dead?
He was pulled down and then swarmed by a mass of these dragon riders. I assume, obviously, he is either dead or taken captive. When I got to where he was, his horse was slain.
But he wasn't
But there
there.
was no body?
No.
Well, then
He snapped
there is
at
hope.
York. We have to find him.
Yeah. We need to bring him back, whatever the circumstances may be.
I know Bakara's hurt us, but... And his son was hot-headed, but... Look at this man. He needs us. We need to help him. And he will just squeeze your hand a little bit tighter.
You see Darrett steps up to the group. He's been standing there patiently waiting. He's been talking with the other knights from Kalaman. And he stands up straighter than you've seen him before, and he announces that everybody, we cannot rest. We've watered the horses. We give them 5 minutes of rest. We have to continue to Kalaman. Kalaman City is now the priority. The Dragon Army are closer than we believe them to be. If they have forces, we were told it was going to be hundreds, as Lord Bakaris said. It's not hundreds. There's thousands. We have to get to Kalaman. We have to warn them. We've sent message to Marshal Vendry. Hopefully, she'll be back within the day. If not, 2 days. We need to get to Kalaman. There are people outside of Kalaman City. Remember? Our people of Vogler. We have to be there to protect them. And he starts mounting up. He doesn't wait for any kind of order. You see him hand signal to the troops. They all start to mount up. And they automatically start to line up behind Darrett on horseback. For those of you who don't have your
I
horses,
assume he walks off a little bit to do that, does he?
Yeah, so Bakaris is separate now.
Can I follow Darrett and just have a quick word with him?
Yeah.
So as he's walking off and he's doing like the hand signals and he's shouting out to people, I just walk up to him and I say, Darrett, is there any reason to believe that Bakaris' son is alive somewhere? Because if there was no body seen, do you reckon they might have taken him for ransom or information maybe?
He wasn't wearing any insignia. He was wearing a dress uniform, if anything.
So he just looked like a normal soldier. He didn't look
He looked like a
special in
normal
any
soldier.
way.
You saw what they were doing. They were cutting us down. It wasn't a battle. That was a slaughter.
Okay.
I saw
I
the
thought
Forest
as
Junior's
much.
regiment as they fell. I decided to call for a retreat. When I get back to Kalaman, I will face my charges. I'm not at a rank that I can call a retreat, and I have brought dishonor to the knights.
No. Don't worry about that. I'm sure Jorg and myself and everybody else will stick up for you on that one. Don't worry about that. You might deserve a small punishment or something, but you did the right thing, and that's what counts. Now get all the men ready, and we'll move out as soon as you give the word.
If anyone is without a horse, just tell them to get on behind someone. We need to move fast.
And then I'm going to go over to Jorg and signal to him to come over here out of earshot of everybody else.
I'll move out.
Jorg, Darrett said that Bakaris' son was just dressed as a normal soldier. There's no reason to think that he was captured. It was more likely he was killed and he's just under a pile of bodies still back on where the battle took place. I don't think it'll be a fool's errand, I think, if we try and mount a rescue mission when we don't even know where he could be or, if he's alive. And there's no reason to think he is because he just looked like a soldier.
My decision would be that we return to Kalaman regardless of even if there was proof that he was still alive. We can't
just didn't
risk.
Still can't give anyone false hope, because you know what we're like. If we see a a bone will go after it. So, yeah, but I don't know, because I didn't want to. Maybe we should have a quiet word with the rest of the group, one-on-one, and tell them not to mention it again to Bakaris, because we don't want to give him any false hope.
I don't think we're giving him false hope. I think he's
we all
enough
said,
list.
But when we were having the conversation before, we all said that he might still be alive and we'll go look for him. So, we should just drop it now.
No,
Don't bring it up again. Just
I think
rewind that bit.
Yes,
okay.
Forget what we said.
As this is all happening, like right after Bakaris is sort of telling this, I'm hearing conversations. I'm going to step off to the side, and this will only take about a minute. And you'll see Grom like kneel down to the ground and pull out what looks like a few different sticks that have like some stones in them and a couple different bones. And I'll lay them kind of ordinately around in front of me on the ground. And I'll kind of look down as if I'm almost in prayer. And you'll see a light yellow glow from my eyes. And in my mind, Kiri, although Bakaris has done us wrong, could you give me any indication on his boy? And I will cast Augury, which essentially, Dave, like, it's up to you, right? You can roll a dice. You can do it however you want, right? Like on what that response would be. You can either give me a good response, bad response, neither good nor bad, good or bad, right? It's completely up to you.
You wait to try to tune in to a response. You listen, you look around, you stare at the ground. The only thing you feel is a warm spring breeze as it just kind of passes over you.
Like it's passed over, yeah.
Okay, so I feel a warm spring breeze.
Yeah.
All right. In that moment, like Grom almost gets kind of goosebumps, and it does feel it. I'm interpreting that. Grom is interpreting that as a welcoming, like, sign.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear nothing. Correct. This is the only sensory.
Yep. That's the only thing you notice. You're waiting there patiently. Less than a minute. You're waiting for something. You can hear everyone mounting up. They're getting ready. And you're just trying to stay calm in the moment. Listen for sounds which weren't there before. But the only thing you feel is just this gentle breeze. Just once. Just a... And that's it.
Okay. I'll stand up and I'll go over to Jorg and Flynn. Flynn.
What's up, Grom?
Jorg. And I'll say it kind of quietly. I got a feeling that Bakaris' boy is alive.
Flynn has just told me he's likely dead. I think the question of alive or dead is irrelevant to the matter at hand. The mission
we need to get back
is Calaman, and purely irrelevant of my feelings of Bakaris. I understand the position he's in, but we have to maintain focus. There is a large army descending on Calaman, and all of the refugees from Vodla are outside, and I do not trust the council to let them inside the castle walls. We have to go back.
Agreed.
Barrett is right. And
Agreed.
whether Bakaris has hope that his son is alive or knows that he is dead is also kind of irrelevant, because at the end of the day, we have to go back for his body,
Let's
whether
go.
it's still part of this plane of existence or has passed over. That's the only closure he's going to get. And I, for one, when we can, will support him in that venture. But not now.
I'm always up for a jaunt, whether it's fruitless or not. So I'll come with you, but not now. And let's go. We've got to get back.
You see Darrett and there's more now. There's maybe nearly 50 Calaman soldiers who are here. Some are on horseback. Some have all doubled up. You can see some of them trying to bandage wounds and get rid of things. They start to march off on horse. They're riding off.
They're going towards Kalaman.
Calaman, yeah.
Okay.
Who has
go.
a horse?
Shilling's got
Anyone
one
that doesn't
now.
have a horse is like can get a
Yeah.
horse.
Did I get mine back from the wounded soldier?
If you want to, or you can leave it with the wounded soldier.
Well, I did say if one of them soldiers could go get him. No, but I can ride with him. I mean, because if he's
Yeah,
still
that's fine.
wounded, I can look after him on the back of the horse and ride it mainly. So I'll do that.
After Jorg shares this with me, kind of this guidance, right, from, more from a strategic perspective, right, I'll kind of nod and look down. Well, I guess you're right, Jorg. But I'll have this like almost sick feeling like in the pit of my stomach, right, that like I'm not doing the right thing, right?
Shilling's also the same. She's been overhearing stuff from a distance, and her face is just a bit like scorched up. She's very much no one gets left behind type of thing.
Like almost like I've been given the foresight, I've been given the gift, but yet I'm turning my back.
I'll clap him on the shoulder and just with a wry smile say, you're starting to learn the difference between leadership and following your heart. Sometimes you just have to do your duty. And I'll mount up and ride off.
Mount up.
So I will take the lead, and I'll start to follow on horseback. But I will kind of peer off towards Bakaris, and is Bakaris on horseback?
Everyone is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just kind of look over to you, and I won't tell you, right, like what I know or what I felt, but I'll just kind of look like deep, like directly eye to eye. I'll look deep into your eyes and just be like, Bakaris, sometimes you just need to have a little faith. And I'll just turn and kind of ride, gallop up a little, gallop off a little bit more.
And Fizz will just stay next to you.
Yeah, same as Shilling.
Grom, when you said you wanted to go at the front, is that the front of this group or the front of everyone?
Just the front of like this group. I'll just kind of ride off a little bit more past Bakaris.
Okay. So we're going to continue on a little bit. You carry on down the road towards Kalaman. Once again, Shilling, your keen eyesight. On the outskirts of Kalaman City, you can see the Vogler people who are camping outside and other refugees who are camping outside. They all seem to be packing up. Notice has gone out. They're packing up. They're trying to get into the city. And actually, one of the images I wanted to show everyone actually was this. We didn't get a chance to show this before, but this is not this one, that one.
Roll an initiative.
Yeah, there we go. Roll initiative.
That's nice.
That is Kalaman City at the bottom, and you can see kind of the wall going round. But in the middle of Kalaman City is this part mountain which they've put the castle on top of.
Yeah.
Just to give you kind of a size distinction here. And I thought it was a beautiful piece of artwork. It's actually included in the book as just some sketch.
Very
Got
nice.
some concept
Very
sketches.
nice.
It's got a helicopter pad on the side as well.
It does, yeah.
It's a dragon
quite
pad
appropriate.
Yeah, a dragon landing pad.
with a carriage.
So as you get, you can see the refugees are all starting to pack up and all being called in. There's a few guards, but not many. Again, these are also guards that are wearing the colours, but not wearing armour or anything. Most of them are not armed. So there's a lot of people from the city have come out to help the refugees, putting them in. You march on past a lot of the guards from Darrett's team. They break off into a different direction, while you all remain and go steadfast to the castle. Closer you get to the castle, again, Shilling, you see there seems to be a crowd is hanging around the gate up ahead.
Okay.
You see dozens of people, commoners. The gates are closed.
Okay.
The portcullis is down. And you,
Right.
as you all get closer, as you all start to trot ahead, you all start to hear on the wind, "There's nothing to see here. Move along. Move along." And you see
Do
these
I get
two
the
guards.
impression it's about to kick off, potentially?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, and like looking at the people here, do they look fearful, like they're trying to get inside and they're being stopped, or?
No, they're more curious than anything.
Okay.
What's
Okay, I'll
going
cast
on?
Fire.
Let's continue. Yeah, just go bam on the offensive straight away.
Death meteor. You think you fuck people up, Macaris? Check this out.
Oh no!
Yeah, I got one too.
And not just the men, the women and the children.
Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, this is going
His
Anakin.
turn. So, you all start to hear this now on the wind. If you want to get closer, you can dismount and get closer
Yeah.
to the gates.
I think so. It sounds like a
Yeah,
dismountable
yeah.
task.
Head further on foot.
So you push through the crowd. You get to the gates. There's 3 guards there.
Hi, can we come in, please?
Hello.
Well, no, of course.
Do I outrank them?
Yes, you would.
Good question.
I will dismount, fling my reins to Flynn, and look my most regal when I approach them. Report. What's going on here?
Well, we closed the gates as ordered.
Yes, I meant report on things I can't observe with my own eyes.
And that would be, sir?
Why the gates are closed and why I am not currently walking through them into the castle to report to your superiors on the very, very important information that we have.
There is a private council meeting going on, sir.
Now that I can't observe my own eyes. We are getting to the root of the problem.
There we
So,
go.
how long has the private council meeting been going on, and how long until it finishes?
Well, it's been going on for about an hour now, sir. A small troop of Knights of Solemnia. They arrived about an hour ago. They wanted to see the council members. They had missives to dig out. I think they're an advanced troop. I think we're going to be okay. I know we don't like knights, especially Knights of Solemnia, that much, but I think we're going to be okay. They said the army's nearby, so they're here. They're here. We're safe. We're saved. Backup has arrived.
Who was leading them?
Well, oh no, it was the charming man. Really, actually a good-looking man. He was Caradoc. Caradoc was his name.
Is that
Yeah.
somebody that I know?
No,
Is that someone I know? No. Okay.
no,
And me either, right?
no.
Yep.
It's not a name you've heard of.
Like Biz would like nudge Macaris' knee and be like, "You're getting good at this now."
I will lean down because I'm quite tall. I'll lean down towards the guard and I'll whisper, Lord Baccharis is with us, and I would suggest that if you wish to continue having a good day, you let us in, because he can be a quite difficult person at times.
If the camera were to pan over to Lord Baccharis, he's like staring down at the ground, like.
Which one's Lord Baccharis?
I will subtly point out Lord Baccharis.
He kind of looks left and right to his mates and says, it's a lord. We've got to open it up. Right. Yeah, of course we will. We'll, yes. Yeah, come on, open it. And they start to kind of winch up the portcullis. Portcullis slowly rises. Have a good day, sir. And of course, Lord. He does the whole kind of several bows, not quite sure how to do it, but wants to stay on his good favour.
It's a salute you need to do, my man, not a bow.
I'm not. Yes.
As they go through the gate,
as he can. Still walking slightly backwards, so he's back against the wall.
Yeah.
So
you see Baccharis as he passes, he gives a solemn nod to the soldier's salute, but he is, and I kid you not, literally just following behind Jorg, and whatever Jorg like says to do, he is literally just there, going through the motions that he needs to.
And as we pass through, the guards that are like trying to salute, Biz is like, I'm not a soldier, and he holds out his hand with this like really big sleeve. He's like, I'll take a handshake.
Yeah, okay. Goes down, grabs the hand.
And as soon as he like grips the hand, Biz like falls back, and the hand, which is actually the dead hand he's been holding around.
And he's like, oh, and he doesn't know what's more horrifying: the fact he seems to have hurt someone, or the fact he's still holding on to the arm.
But after about 2 seconds, it's like, nah, it's mine. I'm sorry, I was just having a laugh.
That arm smells so badly.
Yeah.
And this is the first time you've seen this. Yeah, this is the first time you've seen this. Grom just leans back in this boisterous laughter, like seeing this. And it's the first time that you've seen Grom really just laugh like this. And even for Grom, it feels like, wow, it's been a while since that.
Yeah. And it like just takes the hand back.
Flint's just cracking up.
Like, why? Waving it about.
Flint's cracking up. He's pointing at the guard that took the arm, and he's just doing a big belly laugh. And then when he sees Grom laugh, he turns around to Grom and he goes, ah!
Just walks away really proud.
That was good.
Okay, so you walk through the gate. Jorg and Baccharis, you're taking the lead on this one. You go through what appears to be like there's a building on top, and there's an archway to go under the building. As you come out the other side, you open up into a big courtyard. There are these, as you see in front of you, these three massive parts of the castle. One to the left, one directly in front of you, and one to the right. Over to the right, Jorg and Baccharis, you're the first ones to see. Everyone else kind of comes in as well. You can see two mounted knights of Solemnia in their kind of regal-looking armor with these like horns and everything else. Just kind of on guard duty to what would then take you into the building where the chamber of the councillors are. So you can just see them across the way.
I will move in that direction.
Yeah.
I will follow Jorg.
Okie dokie.
When I get within speaking distance, I will salute, bow slightly, and say, Es Solaris Othmithas.
Right, okay, so for everyone who's here, you can see, there we go, I've put the map up just so you can kind of position yourselves. It's a lovely,
lovely
map, this one.
Oh,
Just put a battle map up so you can position yourselves. Just a shopping episode, guys.
just in case you hadn't twigged yet, yeah, it's a shopping episode.
Proper Jeff.
What a ruse.
Shopping for a new horse.
So at the north of the map, you can see the guards, mounted guards. So York, as you said that, there's no reply. They sit there on their horses. They're holding banners, and you can see that the banner. They are Knights of the Rose, the most kind of the most vehement and applauded Knights of Slomnia. And they're just you know, like at Buckingham Palace, the guards don't talk to the public.
Yeah.
So they're just there on their horses. Heads are slightly down because it's a sunny day.
Should we get a picture with them?
Let's see if we can make them react.
Somebody start doing voices.
Me and Hope the rat are just going to have a fucking whale of a time in that fountain.
I was thinking Shillin's just chilling. She's taking it all in. So I'm having a bit of a break.
Yeah.
Also taking in surroundings as well, from the security perspective.
York, I think we need to get into this meeting, don't you?
Yes, we need to get into the meeting. I'm just considering how we do that.
Use your flash. Come on.
I step forward to go. Excuse me, I have urgent business with the council. I'm supposed to be in that meeting.
This is Lord Baccharis. He is one of the council members here in Calaman. We have dire news regarding the size of the army that is descending upon this city at this very moment. We implore you to let us pass so we may share this information.
You wait a few kind of awkward seconds to pass. They don't move.
Right,
horses are just sort
we
of
stated our
standing there.
business with them. Let's just go past. We can
I
get
can't
past round
walk
the side.
past them. I can't walk past them.
I can.
You
Baccharis
can,
will. I'll follow suit with Jeff.
I go. I say to them, the guards, we've stated our business. You know it's urgent. We're going in, and I walk past on the right, which is there.
As you go to pass the horse, he pulls on the reins, and the horse sidesteps military style. These are war horses. They're all decked out in armor and everything else. And just with a simple, like gentle left tug on the rein, the horse knows exactly the command, and it just
So we'll be
block
back
your
here
path.
slightly.
We're back here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So the
as soon as it does that, I do a triple somersault roll between the two horses to get past. And I shall roll for this.
Yep.
Ooh, that's not bad. That is, I'm going to guess it's an acrobatics, not a athletics. So that is a dirty 20. 11 on the dice plus 8.
There's nothing like doing a sudden movement to behind a horse.
He pulls on the other rein.
Yeah.
The back legs kick up. Right. As you roll, I'm going to take an attack of opportunity, which is a 24 to hit.
They're not fucking
And
about.
you see him in one foul swoop. He draws the sword, which is tucked into the horse. So you have an option. Do you want to stop your action midway? If you continue, it will hit you.
No, as a reaction, I am going to parry his hit.
Nice.
So I need to spend a penny. No, I need to spend and a dice. And
Has anyone got a Jedi mind trick?
Always.
Yeah,
You will let us pass.
8. Right, so basically he still hits me, but I negate any damage up to what I roll. Oh,
Yeah, that's fine.
and that is a 13 points of damage.
That's fine. He was only going to do 6 points of damage anyway.
And then I stand up because I've sort of drawn my sword as I've seen him doing it and gone like that. And then I stand up and say, "You only get one chance to hit me. Now let us pass. We need to talk about the size of the dragon army." And then I put my sword away with a flourish, and I stand there.
You're going to stand in. You're kind of in between the horses because you didn't make it the full way. You're going to stand there, or do you want to go back to where you started?
No, I'm gonna stand there. I'm gonna say, "You're Bakaris. Talk to them. Otherwise, I'm gonna get angry, and you won't like me when I'm angry."
You see, Hawk. You hear this. Everyone else, you see this. The other rider just puts his hand on the hilt of his sword, which is chucked down by his side, and does the whole kind of thumb. So he's kind of thumb click on the sword to pull it out the scabbard ready. And he's
What
waiting.
right do you have to brandish your swords here? We've told you we have business.
So as you're talking, the second rider starts to move the horse towards you to push you back.
I'll start to get closer as this happens.
Is this happening? I say to Fierce, "Oh, I think there's something up there. Should we go?"
You won't be able to, so Fizz and Shilling, you won't be able to move.
Yeah.
I want to move directly in front of this horse.
Okay.
Very
Do you want to see something
defiantly.
funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's something dodgy going on here because they're being way too aggressive.
It doesn't stop. It just keeps coming towards you. So the horse comes down to your head level and just kind of and then keeps walking forward.
Do I think
literally
their
butting
behaviour?
heads with a horse?
I'm butting
And
heads with the
horse
horse.
The horse is winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I?
Is it? Go ahead.
I was
was
want to
gonna
know.
say,
Do I
two
think the
shilling
behaviour
outright.
is unusual?
Right, sorry, you're
Is their behaviour unusual, or are they just following
do you
orders
deem
to
their
literature?
behaviour unusual?
I don't think it would be. No, I think they are just following orders.
Do you not think they would have tried to incapacitate rather than attack?
No.
Really? I mean, that's
Really?
what the Queen's Guard would do.
Where you can see the guy is riding his horse and Bakaris starts to get pushed back.
Okay, so this is
take hope
causing
the rat.
force to Bakaris, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I see this, like at this point, I mean, I know I saw the sword interaction, but now it seems like Bakaris could get potentially trampled
Mm-hmm.
if he was to fall back or trip. The horse could step on him. At this moment, I'll hold out my hand, and I'll just say a single word. I'll just say, "Pass," and I'll cast Calm Emotions on both of them.
Okay.
I need a charisma checks from both of them.
Awesome move, Josh. Awesome.
On both of them,
While you're doing that-
unbelievably, I got dirty 20s.
Ooh.
Oh no. Sorry.
Well, they both pass. Yeah, with a dirty 20.
I blame whoever made the dice.
I take Hope the rat. Once I've said, "Do you want to see something funny?" I
Yeah, she's
place
like, yeah.
Hope down, and you watch as her eyes turn silver as I walk into her, basically. And I've got my hand on your shoulder. I'm now blind and deaf. But
Yeah.
then you hear my voice from you, and I go, "I'll make a distraction." And I'm going to take Hope all the way up through the bushes here and try and get underneath one of the horses and bite it on the back of the calf.
Okay. The mouse or the rat will be limited to its own movement per round. So we'll treat this as a round.
Yes.
You can move them as far as they can. What's everyone want to do?
Okay, the horse that's butting heads with Bakaris, I'm going to reach up and steady it. Just try and calm the horse's emotions, but diffuse the situation. I'll look up the rider and I'll say, look, I understand you have your orders, and I'll pull my cloak apart or whatever, and I'll reveal my Slumnik badge. That does only indicate that I'm a squire, so I have no authority here. But I'll show them if they didn't believe me through the oath that I said. I understand you are following orders. I understand what that means. But you have to understand the urgency here. Okay? Hopefully, this badge and this oath, you will understand that I can be trusted. There is thousands and thousands of troops descending upon this city, and there are thousands of refugees outside its walls. The council need to know this information. If you do not let us all in, it does not matter, but you need to allow entry to Bucharest.
The knight again continues to push Bucharest as you're saying this. You said you took hold of the horse's reins.
Just put my hand up on its face. I didn't grab the reins. I'm not trying to control the horse. I'm just trying to calm its emotions.
And you see, as you've done that, he moves from doing like the samurai thumb flick on the sword to his hand is now gripped the sword, and he continues to push Bucharest backwards.
Dave, while Jorg is talking to that one, can I take the time to really study what the other one that's next to me looks like? I'm looking to see if I can see anything that's out of place, like a wrong colour tunic poking out from a bit of armour or something, like, you know.
Do a perception check, and at this
Yep.
vantage point, I'll give you advantage.
Oh, nice one. That's
It'll
going to
take
be
me
handy
3
because I
rounds
just rolled a 1.
There.
It's a 17 on the dice.
Okay.
Plus.
So
is
you
it
notice
perception, did you say?
several things. The horse is drenched in sweat, and has a distinct musk to it.
Ooh.
You see, so you start with the horse, and it's probably because of the weight of the armor. Then you look at the armor, and you can see spots of rust every now and then. Then you look up at the rider, and you're kind of side on slightly behind him.
Yeah.
And you can see that he's wearing a cape. His cape is... the bottom is dirty. The bottom is frayed. Parts of his arm around the back of the elbow, down by the hip, the joints, spots of rust. And then finally, as you look up to the flag, which is the emblem of the rose, from behind it, it's pretty tattered and stained.
Right, while York is still talking, I'll flick him a look and I shout over, just as he finishes saying what he was saying, York, would you ever let your armour get rusty?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
And
not.
then-
That is against the whole measure. There's a whole volume on how to keep your armour spot rust free.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, I remember that. That was in year 2.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
So
no way any knight would allow their armour to be
As you
rusty.
say that, you're not having a whole conversation about it, but as you say that...
No, sorry, I was
Jeff.
going to say, after I'd said that one line, and York had said no, I was immediately going to draw my sword, and I'm going to try and slash the saddle harness, you know, the strap that goes underneath the horse.
Yep.
To try and slash him off the horse, basically.
Okay. So the two things
So
happen. It rears up and turns towards you, Hawk, the horse. He branches out his sword, and as the horse rears up, whoosh, you cut the saddle. Boom. He slides off and hits the floor on the other side of the horse. Boom. As he starts to get up, you see that his helmet that was there with a slight faceplate has come away. And as he looks up at you, all you see is this
It's a fucking white.
mangled almost skeletal with flesh. There's no nose, there's no lips, there's jagged teeth under there. And it almost looks at you, and if it could smile, it would smile with these black eyes. Right, everybody roll initiative. Stick it in. Let's go.
Boom.
Yeah, Dave, these were awesome.
It's just a shopping episode,
It was
people.
supposed to be just a shopping episode.
1+1.
It was never going to be a shopping episode.
I forgot my initiative is -1. I got excited.
Where am I?
The initiative here.
Oh, I'm down here.
All right.
Oh, here we go. How do I add mine?
On your token.
Oh, you have to click on the add
So
to
on my-
initiative.
So I've clicked on my token, I'm on the initiative button. I
Far
can't get
right.
it to like a pin. Alright. Oh.
Oh,
Would this
add
be
the
about
initiative.
2 rounds in so that
Attach
Hope would then
will
bite
be
the first
replaced.
horse?
I would say it's 2 rounds.
Remove from
Okay.
initiative. That's weird. I'm on it.
Oh, hold
I've
up.
done it, Lauren.
Oh, thank you. I'm
What did you roll?
10 in total because I had
Okay.
+1 because I got a feat stuff. Now +1 too.
Do I have to add my own name to it?
I'll do it if you like. Right, you're in. What did you roll?
Nice. I rolled exceptionally well.
Oh, so did I.
Oh, 23, nice.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
18 on the dice, +5.
Oh, good.
It's fitting that you react first. That's what I always find wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's like
It's-
you've narratively explained that you're going first, and then you end up
Yeah.
rolling badly and go last.
I was kind of hoping Dave was going to say, "Oh, because you actually came up with all that, you get, you get to roll 2d20. You get advantage on initiative."
I'd still roll bad.
Yeah.
So that's,
Okay.
that's
We're
the
right
theory
back here,
of
it's
the
fine.
advantage on initiative.
Let's kick off.
Orange
Hawk, go for it.
Right, I am going to. I will move around the other side of the horse. Oh, actually, no. I tell you what I do. I slap the horse's arse. Grom, this might be detrimental to you. I'm sorry about this. With the edge of my sword, so it bolts out the way. Then when it bolts out the way, I'm going to step forward and attack the Wyatt B, or whatever he's called.
Yep, I like it. Horse bolts away.
Do I need to do any type of like dex save or
No,
anything?
it's gonna. It's just.
Okay.
It's done.
It will probably avoid you because it's not, horses aren't stupid, are they? And I will attempt to attack him with rapier and axe. The rapier is an 18 to hit.
Yes.
And that is 11 damage.
11 damage. Yep.
And I get 3 attacks now because I get 2 with the rapier and 1 with the axe because I've got my extra attack and use the axe as a bonus action. Bollocks, that was almost a bloody crit. Second one's a 19 on the dice plus 8, so that's going to
that
hit
does
as
it.
well.
Yep, go for it.
And it's the same damage, 11 damage.
Okay,
And then I'll take a swipe with my hand axe.
go for it.
Jesus Christ, it's 19 again. Why can't I have rolled this good in the old days?
Yo,
And it's 1d6 plus 4, so that's 9 damage from that one. And then I shall prepare to be attacked.
Okay. You're up.
Okay, I draw my weapon. I'm going to step forward and attack using precise strike. That is 26 to hit,
That hits.
and doing 15 points of damage with the first strike, and then with my follow-up attack, which will be a backhand sword swing, I will hit with a 21.
Yep.
Ooh, nice.
And that will be 15 points of damage.
Well done.
Nice.
and then I'll set my shield, look him squarely in the eye, and await attack. So I'm going to put the shield up slightly above me because obviously he's got the elevation. He's still on horseback.
He's still on horseback. Yes. Grom.
Come on, Grom,
Okay.
this is your specialty.
Yeah, I'll look up and reach in to my chainmail armor, and I'll pull out my my holy symbol of Curie.
Yeah.
And I'll just kind of hold it out on its chain, and I'll start to concentrate, and you'll see almost like a flame kind of come from my fist, like holding on the holy symbol, and the symbol itself will start to like glow red.
Okay.
And I will just be staring at them both intently as I cast Channel Divinity.
Nice.
Turn Undead.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do
it now.
Okay, and let me see here.
He's trying to kill me.
They have to both make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I'm too
So
weak.
White A first. I've got an 11,
Fail.
and B got an 8.
Fail. Okay, they basically are both. They won't attack. They really won't do anything to us at this point because they both failed. However, because of my divineness, I have destroy undead on this. Now, if they are a CR that is half or lower, not half, but like 0.5, like 1/2 or lower than my level, they are immediately destroyed. If they're
Your
not,
level-
they stay alive, but they're not going to attack us.
You're level 5.
Level 5.
Okay.
That's CR2 then.
Yes. How do you want to do this?
Whoa!
Fucking
So as I'm holding this symbol, the symbol continues to get like brighter and brighter red, and my eyes start to glow red as well. And you just see both of them, like it's almost like they're gasping for air, and they start to like implode upon themselves.
Oh, hoping you were going to say that.
Yeah, we're talking like straight like all just snapping and like imploding upon themselves, and then all of a sudden until they just get down to like almost nothing.
Yeah.
And you just see this flash of like red light, and they're gone.
Very nice.
There's nothing left. They're just gone.
So,
With that,
is
the
how-
horse it was on,
Right,
it gets spooked.
split.
And that starts. That just gaps away. They're gone. Boom.
I
As it
Look
happens, Flynn goes like that, and then he goes, "Oh, Grom, that's a bit over the top, wasn't it?"
Yeah. Like,
I-
seeing that through hope.
Yeah,
Fizz
Shillin's like,
comes out
you see that Fizz?
He's like,
What's
yeah,
that?
I guess you don't get to see anything funny.
I look over at Jorg and I go, those people were here for the council. We need to hurry to the room.
I agree. If they're
looks
inside
at
with the
Shelley.
council, then we are in trouble.
Let's go.
We've got to go.
I'll pick.
Yeah, we like
Are
it.
we,
pick Fizz
we
up and dash.
continuing? We continue in combat order,
He
Dave.
shoulders.
Yeah,
not,
like, go,
not
go.
in combat order, no. But whoever wants to take the lead can, run into the.
But Karis is running.
I will
Okay.
go Mega
Boom.
York and charge forwards.
You have not seen this slightly pudgy man run with this kind of intensity before.
And
So
I'm basically
it's
just
Lucaris
infused
followed.
with like energy at this point, so I'm barreling
Yeah.
in right behind them.
I'm
And I was
going.
in front anyway, so I barreled in.
I'm going Mega York so that I can get in front of Bakaris because I think he's got a bit of death wish at the moment.
Yep.
So any
Yeah.
doors
Okay.
need shoulder charging, I will just level. them.
Shillin's with.
Okay.
All the doors are
Fist
open.
was on my
So what
shoulders.
happens is all the doors are open as you barrel in through the
They're
doors. Okay, I'm going to say that Bakaris is taking the lead, even though Mighty Yorg has come out to play. For some reason, you just cannot keep up with Bakaris. He is on a mission. So
I'm casting mirror image as I'm on Shilling's shoulders. So there's like 4 Shillings, but 3 of them like look like they're on somebody's shoulders, but they're not.
So you start running through the corridors, up and down, and the first thing you notice is there's no guards. The guards, which are normally posted like every 12 feet down the corridors, they're gone. As you near the chamber where you remember this from last time you hear that the chamber where the governor and city council are meeting with the Knights of Solomnia, the halls are empty. The council chamber's door stands ajar, and the guard there is also absent. And you know the room is normally buzzing with conversation. It's silent.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Bakaris continues on.
No.
Yeah, he does.
We follow. Oh, I follow. I'm assuming everybody else is behind me.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
all following. We're sticking together.
Takes the dead hand and flogs Shilling.
Yeah.
It's the dead hand called Andy.
Oh,
Andy.
Right. So you bust through this door. The doors are ajar. You got one door open, one door closed.
He
and you
slams
burst through.
both. They both, yeah. As he walks
You go in.
So thematic.
Ahead of you is a scene of slaughter that
That's a red
spills across the council chamber. There are the guards. There are several guards wearing the colours of Calaman soldiers lie tangled amid various types of skeletal remains in tarnished Solomnic armour. There was a big fight in here. The bloody bodies of Calaman's council members are all slumped in their high-backed chairs or across the room's tables. Blood is everywhere and still dripping off some of the tables. At a position of honour, at the other end, opposite the door, is Governor Kalof Myatt, or Governor Myatt as you know him. His body is transfixed to his chair, and there is a gleaming longsword piercing his chest. Next to the governor's body is a man in Solomnic armor, who kind of he's sitting in a chair and he rocks back in his chair and he props his feet up. His booted feet on the table has he's balancing a scroll on his thing and just kind of spinning it across. So I'll show you a picture of the man that you see. Let's bring it up on here for everyone. There we go.
It's a good-looking dude.
Yeah.
Good looking dude.
Very handsome.
He's
One
definitely
would say.
evil. definitely dastardly. that smile.
Good looking.
Finally, we've got something more to play with. Welcome, heroes. Now, who might you be?
We don't
Don't
have
all
a
speak
name,
at
do we,
once.
as a group.
Well, I mean,
Do we have a name? Collectively?
my initial reaction is just to go.
I see that there was a lord among you. Wow. Maybe I missed one. Unlike me, I guess. Well, that does mean, hey, wait a minute, you must be a collectible. You're the last council member remaining.
I'd like to hold back.
My
When
fist will
Simisi
light
says
up.
that, I step in front of Bakaris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
do too.
means
Yeah.
that you're in charge. Interesting. A bit of a disappointment, though, aren't you, Lord? Though whatever your name is.
Who are you?
Is he the only one in the room?
Well, I am Caradoc. And who might you be?
The name is Bakaris, and you'd be
Bucket.
good to remember it.
Bucket.
Bakaris.
Lord Bucket. Lord Bucket, of course.
It's like
Don't
holds
rise
onto,
to it.
like,
Don't rise to
Boris's
it.
waist. He's like, wait, we've got you. Don't worry. If you
Now,
want,
you may have heard
Calaman
rumours. I'm guessing you may have heard rumours that the Knights of Solomnia are coming. Well, of course they're not. Why would they?
Is he wearing armor of one of the knights?
He's wearing the Knights of Solomnia.
Who else is in this room other than the bodies and the slaughter?
Just him.
I move away from Bakaris and Flynn and the rest of them. They've stepped in front of him, so I know he's protected. I'm going to circle round the right-hand side, and I'll just look up and I'll say, whatever's going on here, you have committed the foulest sin. You are not a knight of Solamnia. You have sullied the armour you're wearing. And you have, sir, no honour. Step down from your throne
I don't need
and
honor.
face me.
Of course.
When
Step up. Would you like to do it one at a time or all at
when
once?
York goes,
I will take you.
These are supposed to be your leaders, your best of your best. And they were useless. We slaughtered them like pigs. And in fact, that one over there, he enjoyed it.
She was like, ugh.
as York is going up to do this, Fizz were in front of Bakaris. He like pulls a little few strands of silver and he watches it like comes up into like this void of black and the two orbs, and then they glow silver. I'm going to cast Detect Magic while this is going on.
Nice.
Well, I do believe, Lord Bucket, that I think you're right. You're probably standing in the best place you could be, because surely the safest place to be is behind the bravest warrior.
I'm gonna have. You're gonna have to either try.
It is like, no, don't rise to it. He's goading you. He's goading you.
I'm gonna roll on this one, whether or not I move. Because
how far are we from him?
He is testing.
So if you have a look at your battle maps,
Shillin's not strong. She probably won't be able to
Oh
hold him
shit,
back.
there's a
She has
map.
to push her up.
I was so focused on the RP, I did not see the map on the screen.
Yeah,
I didn't even look at the map.
Okay, here we
You're
go.
right.
Okay, Shillin will be about here. She's hiding.
Yeah.
She's behind a table, sort of.
You see Bakaris, like everything in him wants to like charge at this man, but he listens to you because he's realized he's been an idiot, and you guys have been the only ones who have done what was right. So he swallows his pride and he sort of gets small and grits his teeth tightly.
Do I see anything with Detect Magic?
no.
And I'll say this to the group, it's like, it's only him. I don't see anybody invisible and I don't see any other magic in the room.
How's he done all, on his own? He did all this, or
Well, there was
among the bodies there were half rotted and skeletal remains. So
okay.
the whites that came up have also been destroyed at the same time. But
Right, okay.
he's basically last man standing.
Got it.
Right.
I'll yell out. Yeah, I'll yell out. Why have you done this?
He's just a pawn. He's just a pawn of Takesis. He's come here to disrupt the council, sow disruption amongst
Well, let
the
me
Calaman
stop you
military.
there. I
What?
don't
You're a big
serve
man sitting up
Takesis.
there on the chair. You've come here and you've slaughtered councilmen who cannot defend themselves. Come down here and face real fighters. Come and
Well,
face
look.
me. I'll rip the armor from your back and
Come and
destroy
face
you.
me. Look, at least make an effort. I have a stage.
I'll charge forwards.
Everyone, please take a seat.
I will charge
You
forwards.
charging? If he charges, I will cast Magic Missile.
As
Yeah,
you
if he
charge
charges-
forward,
If you cast a magic missile, I am running.
as you
I will
charge
step in the
forward-
bear trap.
As you charge forward,
It's a
he
trap.
takes his feet off the table, puts them down, and he grabs the hilt of his sword and yanks it out of the body of the governor who's stuck to the chair, and the body just kind of flops down.
Taking that. That's mine.
Spills it around, takes all the blood off of it, and he's like, welcome. And then he just jumps up onto the table. Huzzah! The battle is afoot. Let's go.
Okay. So he's on the table, yes?
Yeah, he's jumped up onto the table.
Perfect.
Do we all get that round of like you're charging forward, so we all get a surprise round off, or is it like roll initiative time?
Yeah, Shillin's like ready.
So York is going to get the surprise round. Fizz, you can do magic missile. Everybody roll initiative and put it into the chart.
Nice. I have a -1.
16.
Jesus Christ.
15 points of force damage as these comets. Boom, 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 boom. There's a little red to them this time.
And Ian, did you say there was something on the carpet?
I was just pointing out the moons. I was like, these are so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, I love that little touch. It's just, this is my favorite battle map so far.
Oh yeah, that is. I noticed that till you said it. That is really good.
Yeah,
I've been looking for the moons all campaign because obviously it's all to do with like the high sorcerers and the 3 moons, and yeah, I've been adoring like the white, red, and black with the Solinari, Lutari, and Nutari, and yeah, I just think that's a lovely little touch.
Okay, cool.
Fizz feeling empowered by that. You just see that red on the end of those comets, where the silver and the red of the 2 schools of high sorcery he's been part of.
Sorry, could you stick my name in there? Because I can't see a way that I can actually add my name.
Yeah, sorry, I should have done it. Apologies.
So if you click on your token, and on the right-hand side of your options, there is a add to
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, is it like an arrow with a line next to it?
I've done it now, Jeff. Sorry, I should have done it.
Yeah,
it's like the print symbol on an old Windows computer.
Yeah, very accurate. What did you roll, Jeff? Oh, you've done it.
So I've just put it in.
Yeah.
Oh, let's fuck this guy up.
I think I see it now. Yeah.
Bakaris, smash.
Hulk York smash.
God, I'm gonna loot this body.
Okay, you're up first. Let's go.
Okay, so what I would like to do is using my momentum in that charge, and the fact that he's jumped up on that table, I'm kicking that table to try and unbalance him and make him fall off. Okay. So I just run up and just launch a kick in that direction. It's a 26 on my strength check to kick the table.
Nice. Well, that table goes flying. It's a big, solid oak table as well. Have you yorked out as well? You might.
I'm yorked out. Yeah, I'm mega york.
So,
yeah.
Increase your token for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, you kick this thing, and you hear the oak table leg screech across the stone. But it crashes into the body that's sitting in the high chair, and they crash into the back wall. He simply steps off the table and onto the floor in front of you. It's flashing the sword again. You're going to have to do better than that, big guy. Let's go.
Did you take the 15 for magic missile?
15.
15.
I have now.
Second level. I'm out second level slots, guys.
Ooh. That's it. I tickled.
We have more for you than that.
I hope you do. I really hope you do.
I just bash the shield with my sword, get ready to attack. So that was my bonus round, whatever you want to call it, surprise round, yeah.
Yep.
So now we're in normal combat sequence.
Yes, go on then.
So I'm going again, aren't I? Right. So I will use precise strike, please, and I will take an overhead swing with my longsword.
Yep.
That's a 27 to hit.
That hits.
So this is 8, 13, 20 points of damage with that first strike. Using that momentum from the overhead swing, I will then bring it across and try and hit his knees with a second strike. I roll a natural 1, unfortunately, so I lose control of the sword. I overcompensate because I am so angry with this, and with a downward swing, I hit the floor, and the sword clatters from my hand. So when I make that second swing, I'm just swinging with an empty fist.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my go over.
Bakaris, you are.
I can only dash up 40. I'm too far away. So you see, so about there. Yeah, like right at the edge. Okay. Oh, I'm still on that. Ooh.
Well, dash, you can do 60 if you want to.
Okay, then yes, I will do 60. I will go here then. There is that one. He's like 1 square away from me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then, if that's the case, I am going to action surge, and use lunging strike.
Nice. Go for it.
So takes care of that one thing there. All right. 17 plus 5.
That's a hit.
22. Yeah.
That's a hit.
And then that was one of my superiority dice. Which, let me just make sure I'm reading this correct. Lunging strike. You make a melee attack. You can expend once to add the total to the damage roll. Huh? Use yes.
You've got to roll the superiority dice, which I think is a D8.
Yep, you are.
Yeah, you add that to your damage.
Ah, that's nice. I like that. All right, so let me roll just 2 D8s then. So 1 for the sword and 1 for that. 4 and 5, that's 9 plus 4, so 13 damage.
Nice.
As you see, just Jorg would probably catch on a very maneuvered, like fighting sort of strike.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Okay, Hawk, you're up.
I am going to do something very similar because I need to get there sharpish. So I will use my move to get halfway and then use one of my either bonus action or action to get to the opposite side to Bakaris. And then I will make one attack because I've got because if I use my action to move, I've got a bonus attack, and because I've got 2-weapon fighting, I can use it to attack. So I will throw a hand axe at him, and I'm gonna attempt to get him in the leg to hopefully reduce his movement / acrobatic ability. Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
And if I roll a 20, I'm going to say that it actually gets him dead in the knee, so he's unable to move, basically.
Yeah.
You know, apart from like highly reduced. I'm not going to get to it. No, it's not a 20, but it is a 16 on the dice plus 8, I believe.
Nice.
Plus 7, sorry. So,
nice.
And that again, like I said, that's going in his leg because I want to try and reduce his movement. Oh, that's not bad. That's 11 damage.
Good hits. Okay.
And then I shall hold for a reaction. Oh, no, I can't do that because I'm more than 5 feet away. Don't worry. No, that's the end of my turn.
Where did you hit him in the leg?
I'm thinking more probably the lower leg. Something like in his calf. Because I'm sideways onto him. So I reckon I've probably got a good chance of getting his calf, which will hopefully stop him from doing anything acrobatic-y sort of thing.
You threw it at him, so it's embedded into his leg?
Yeah, so it's embedded in his leg, hopefully.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you want to do some sort of roll to see if it is or not. Or
Well, look, it just happens to be my go next. That's
yeah,
cool,
there you go.
Sounds good.
Right, my go. So, in retaliation to that, he's going to attack Hawk.
I step forwards and say, "Come at me."
Okay, he's
Come at
going to
me?
take his hit then. So
Yes,
you block
I am.
Hawk visibly from getting to
Correct.
Caradoc as well. You are going to take the hit. That is 32 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
And that is 10 points of damage. He has a great sword, and he's using 2 hands. and he manages to swing it round quite effortlessly. Swing it round.
Right.
He's gonna go for Hawk. It would have been a brutal blow, but you stepped into it. Boom.
Now I would have parried it.
Ah. So at least,
Yeah,
at least
that's a
one,
great sword.
he looks over at Bakaris and then back at Mighty George and says, "Look, at least one of you has some balls." And he does it again. That's a 28.
Yeah,
that's
that's
another
it.
'em. I love how
10
Dave knows that
points of
Randy is a
damage
sucker for the RP.
as he manages to hit you again, York. And then, even though with an axe or hand axe embedded into his ankle, he spins round on his knees.
As he does that, I will use my reaction
Yeah.
to activate the stone rune on my shield,
Yeah.
saying the word Niad, and he must make a wisdom saving throw, please.
What? The activation word is shit in French.
Yes, it is.
Did you not know this? Like all of his activation words are a different language, and they are all swear words.
Brilliant.
I got a 19 plus 1. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, so a force washes over him, trying to lock him in place to slow him down, but he manages to shrug it off.
Silvery barbs.
Okay, so as he continues,
You watch as he
do it again.
silvery barbs. As soon as I see this magic trying to go forwards, and I see him like laugh or whatever he does to shrug it off, I like release the silver from my hand rather than the wand, and it forces him to have to take a reroll, and if it's lower, he has to take it.
Here we go with Ian's own dice as well.
Come on.
I got 18 plus 1, so that's a 19.
Against who? Sorry.
Against you.
It's
No,
your
that's a miss. I will just lower the shield slightly and deflect.
Not to hit you.
No.
That was to
Okay.
do your maneuver. You're blocking.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So
still passes.
yeah. So he
That
spins
silver
round
then will-
on his knees. He goes down onto his knees, starts spinning around, and with this great sword, brings it up for a third attack onto
my God.
Bakaris. And I got that's a 17
Oh, this one is
to
on to
hit.
Bakaris.
How much?
That's a 17 to hit Bakaris.
It does not hit, and as a reaction, I am
Yes.
going to use Riposte to
Nice.
spin one to make a melee attack against him. All right, let's see. That would
York,
be-
you have
that's
advantage on the next
That's a 17 to hit.
attack roll.
Dave, does a 17 hit? Probably
A
not.
17 does not hit.
So you see him aim for Bakaris. Bakaris spins out of the way, tries to go back at him, but he's too nimble with that little knee roll floor maneuver.
Yeah, he is all over the place. He's literally dancing around you all. Shilling, you're up.
Okay, right. Shilling has realised, because she's quite small, she can't have any sort of good eye of sight, if that's a term, on Caradoc. So she is going to get up on top of the book stacks and hide kind of in that little outlet where the window is.
Okay.
And she's going to try and get a headshot if she can. She's out to kill. So she's using her, say, short bow for this one. 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Excellent. Let's roll for damage. So that's 8 points of damage. I'll add my sneak attack to that as well.
Yep.
So it's 8 plus 10. That's 18 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay, so I have a reaction as well.
What?
Ooh.
As he's spinning around and he's attacking Bakaris, and you take aim and you fire. As he gets up from that knee spin and stands back up onto his feet, he takes one hand off of his sword and he catches the
Oh my
arrow.
god. She was like,
With
who
one-
is
with
this
his thumb.
guy?
Is he part?
He breaks it.
He must be.
He breaks it.
She was like,
Is that the best? That's cheating.
Oh,
Come over
we
here
are
and
in
play. Come on.
oh god, I shout down to Fizz and Grom.
All
Like,
right.
did you just saw that, didn't you? Like, what?
Bucket.
Hey,
Bucket. Is these the people you put around yourself? The people who cheat? Come on. You're Lord. Lord of what? I'm not so sure. I mean, there's nothing left. But
This guy. These two guys.
Brom, you're up.
Okay, in seeing this, Grom becomes a little bit worried. I'm going to move up full 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, right over to this side here. And I'll look down, and you'll just see me very quickly, like, thrust out my fists like this. And I mean, it's almost like one of those, what do they call them, those candlestick fireworks. Or just like, you see 4 flaming shots just come out of my fists. Just like this through the air. Where I cast Scorching Ray. At third level.
Away.
At third level.
Cool.
Okay. First one, I roll for all 4 of them. First one, that is a crit on the first one for a total hit of 27.
Go for
That's fuck. Drum is bringing it today.
Yeah.
The first one does 18 points of damage. That's number 1.
How much damage? Sorry.
18 points of damage for the first one.
Oof.
Okay.
Second one is a 17 to hit.
So 17 is a miss.
Okay. Third
So you've
one.
got to get 18.
Third one is an 18 on the die, so that's a hit.
Boom. Yep. Go for it.
All right. That does 4 points of damage. Fourth one
Yep.
is a 22 to hit.
That hits. Yep.
And that is 4 points of damage for the fourth one.
Okay.
all fire damage.
I know that groan.
So
Yeah.
and then one misses. He gets pushed back, almost as if. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Almost as if the wind gets knocked out of him. And he says, "See, now at least the little fella, he can pack a punch."
And I just kind of grin. I got more.
Wow. Okay. He's your secret weapon then, is he? Bucket. I like your style.
This guy's so
Fizz,
creepy.
you're up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And we're seeing Grom do that. Just need to double check.
Hit him hard.
Yeah. Fizz starts running up 10, 15, 20, 25. And from there, you actually like, the silver, he just grabs it from the wand and he throws it out. And it just seems to disappear into the air. And all of a sudden, this silver ethereal hand of moonlight just comes out from the ground beneath him. I need him to make a strength saving throw as I use my Adept of the Red Rose to cast Maximilian's.
I'm not going to lie, he is pretty strong. 16.
Oh, I know.
That's a 19.
That's fine because I've got my reaction back. Silvery barbs. Roll again, please, bud.
Oh, roll again.
Nice.
14, 15, 16, 14, 15, 16, 17.
It passes, but it is still there and next to him. The silver hand tries to like grab hold of him. It's like we need to slow him down. Yeah, there'll be a silver hand.
How big is the hand and where are you grabbing him?
It tries to come up in his space, but if it can't grab him, then it's still around him, and it's within a 5-foot space. It's got its own area.
Okay. He kind of like, oh, look, something buzzing around my face. Distractions, Bucket. Distractions. Who needs them? I guess you do. Okay, top of the round. Round 2. York.
Mega York.
Oh, and sorry, with the silvery barbs as well, Bakaris, you now have advantage on your next attack roll, saving throw, or ability check, as the silver from the hand kind of like attaches to you as well, and that's from the silvery barbs.
Okay.
I don't currently have a weapon in my hand because I dropped it at the end of my attack. Okay, so that's on the floor. He has a weapon though. I'd like to take his sword. I'm just going to reach out with my larger hand, grab whatever part of the sword I can, the blade or whatever, and I'm going to rip it from his grasp.
Okay. Go
So
for
just the quillen.
Dang, your got cocky while I was gone.
27.
Weeping through some
it.
shit,
I'm
Randy.
going to contest that. I'm
Oh,
gonna
I've been watching.
contest. Here we go.
Come on, dice.
That is a 22.
Okay. I'm going to rip it from his hand.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use it to shove it in his guts. Is that a blackboard behind him by any chance?
Sorry, say that again?
Is that a blackboard behind him?
Yes, it is. You're going to pin him to the blackboard.
I'm going to pin him to the blackboard.
Okay.
Please tell me you've got a
Now,
one-liner ready for
if
this.
I'm not mistaken, I get advantage on this, don't I, from your silvery barbs?
Yes, you do.
Damn you, silvery
well,
bar.
within
That is
a
a
minute.
24 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. Now we're getting it.
That is 14 points of damage.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
Oh, yeah.
I grab the sword. I look him deep in the eyes and say, "You've been measured. You've been found wanting." I rip it from his hand, push him towards the blackboard, almost in the sort of shoulder barbs with a shield, and then just ram it up through his stomach so it pins him to the blackboard, much like he'd pinned the council leader to his chair, and just leave him to bleed out on the blackboard as I turn, nonchalantly walking away down the corridor to leave the council room.
And that music
So,
plays. Dun, dun,
as
dun, dun, dun.
as
been
you're walking
revoked.
away, so what's actually happened is you've plunged the sword deep into his stomach. You've pinned him to the blackboard. That's perfectly fine, and he was kind of like grabbing the sword as it was going in and cutting up his hands at the same time. It's a big, great sword, big, thick mango type blade.
I'm shoving it into the hill all the way.
Yeah, so he's grabbing it with his fingers. That's fine. He's like, into blood is pouring out of his mouth. That's fine. And then you walk away down the corridor. Bakaris and Hawk, you're kind of standing there taking it in, and you're staring at Caradoc, and Caradoc kind of looks up at you, Bucket. Has he gone yet? I guess he should have stuck around for a little bit. And what you see is his face starts to blur. And let me see if I can bring it up on here for you. So this was the man you were fighting, and you've just impaled him into the blackboard. And then you see a shimmering effect, and another face kind of comes out of him.
Would I have
a
seen that with
spirit.
Detect Magic?
Yeah, detect magic.
No.
Oh, okay.
And a spirit face comes out of this man. And he goes, "Well, nothing like a bit of drama. Oh no, he killed him. Whoops."
So a completely separate entity.
Yep,
Was he possessed then?
I'm assuming so. Bakaris, you're up.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You have walked down
Now
halfway
I
down the
feel bad.
corridor.
Yeah.
Right. So
Oh,
You're walking
dear.
down cocky like this is like you're
as the ghost is where he was, right? The ghost is sort of in that position, yeah.
I will show you. So let's just bring that in.
Nice.
Let's
Okay.
let's make him disappear. He is over here.
Yeah. I'm going to try to swing at this. I still have advantage on that roll
Yes.
because of silver rebar?
within a minute.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm going to overrule that and say no because
Okay.
it was on the body
Right. Okay.
of Caradoc. This is
So-
the spirit of Caradoc.
Well,
The silvery barbs that gives disadvantage to one, and then it also gives advantage to the other one.
Okay, I allow that.
all right. So I rolled an 18 plus my 5, so that's 23 to hit.
Okay, 23 hits.
All right. And we are going to use one of these bad boys. That's 8 damage on that first, or 8 damage on that first attack, and then
Yep.
I'm going to try to hit him again. This time an 18 on the die. I mean, like 18 total.
Yep, that hits.
And then for this one, I'm going to. That's 9 damage. So 8 and 9. Yep.
Okay. Yep.
As you see Bakaris go, the fight's not over, as he's calling towards Jorg to come back. And
bloody ghost.
Jenny's like, York, turn round. Turn round.
Ghost.
Not more ghosts.
Okay.
He's behind
Because he's ready with the hand.
Cool. So that's Bakaris. Hawk, you're up.
Right. Oh god. Hawk goes. Oh bloody hell! Not more ghosts. I can't bloody believe it. And I move forward to stand next to Bakaris and the ghost. And I've never fought a proper ghost before because I didn't actually engage with the last one, so I've got no idea if I can even hurt this thing. So I'm just going to try and attack it as I normally would, sort of thing, you know. So I'll first take a stab with my rapier.
Yep.
That is a 19 to hit.
It hits.
And if it does any damage at all, that is 12 damage.
Okay.
And I will do another hit with the rapier. And that is 23 to hit.
That hits.
And all I'm doing is, I don't even know, so I'm not even being finessed with this. I'm just sort of literally going like that and then going like that. Be gone, foul spirit!
And you can see it's definitely, you're moving the spirit mist around. Whether it's doing damage or not, we'll find out.
Awesome. Well, that second one was 9 damage, and then I'll hit him with another. I've got another hand axe, which obviously I would have pulled out on the way over there, and I'll hit him with that as well. And that was so very nearly a freaking 20, but never mind.
Yeah,
it's 19 on the dice. Oh, and that one is only unfortunately what's minimum damage? 5 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 plus 1, 5 damage. And I'm just sort of, I'm not even, they're all looking at me, and they're used to me being really sort of like finesse and, have at thee type thing. And I'm just sort of going like that.
Okay. So, it's my turn. Here we go. Right, I actually get 3 attacks. There isn't 3 people here. So what I'm going to do is just for a little bit of flavour. He steps up to both Bakaris and Hawk, and he's going to roll to attack. That's a dirty 20 on Hawk, and
that's it.
That's a 22 on Bakaris.
That hits.
He hasn't got a weapon. He has got a sword.
I was going to
say he kind of looks at both of you, and with a big smile on his face, he says, "This might hurt a bit." And he plunges both of his hands into each of your chests, kind of roots around in there, and grabs each of your hearts, and starts to squeeze.
I was going to say, if you're looking for a heart, mate, it ain't in there.
Oh.
Yours is a bit small and shriveled. Maybe you need to look after it a bit more.
That's right.
That is... okay, so that is 15 points of damage each. And it's necrotic damage.
Ooh. All right.
Okay.
Right. Now, he says, oh, can you, while his hands are in your chests, he's saying, like, ooh, I think the bells are calling. Can you hear that? I guess. And you see this kind of, almost like a portal, starts off small, starts to open up in the back of the wall, and his spirit, the mist of his spirit starts to get sucked into the portal. Goes, and as his legs kind of folded up into it, goes, as it's just his chest and his arms and his head. He says, well, maybe, Lord Bucket, maybe we'll have to continue at a later date. Until next time, bye-bye. and he disappears.
I'm just like
Through the
running
portal.
towards the portal as it closes. Just
It's a
hand out. Slam my fist into the stone below me.
You see Flynn drop to the floor on one knee and sort of start coughing and go, and then he shouts down the whole room. He shouts, "Grom, where the bloody hell were you?"
Yeah, I'll run up to the base of the stairs. Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, that hurt. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it reminded me of the time. Yeah, Fanny dumped me. She was the ship's cook. Oh.
So while you're on top of the stairs, top of the stage, Bakaris, you look around, see the scene of slaughter around the room. You look back at the physical body, who was introduced to as Caradoc, who I'll just tell everyone is simply a knight of Solomnia who was possessed and was used for this purpose, as they all were, pinned with his own sword by Yorg, pinned to the blackboard still. You all kind of rush over, and you can do things. Guards start to run into the main chamber, and they just stop at the doorway, and they're like, "What?
Oh no!
What's happened here?"
I'll address the
how
guards
this
while
looks.
the others look at whatever's going on down the back, because I'm further down the corridor.
Yeah, the guards, as they rush in, they see Mighty York first. Then anyway, as they look around the room, they see that the governor is dead. That all the leading council are dead. Some of them are sergeants, lieutenants, captains who start to kind of trundle in, and they all start to look at Lord Bakaris. So
you see Lord Bakaris, who is down on the ground, hunched over, stand as he removes the sword from the dead soldier, places his body on the ground. Es Solaris Oath Mythos. The council is dead. There was an attack, and these warriors here are going to help us find who did this. And he looks over to probably Flynn, who is probably closest. He goes, "I will give your team as much support as I can give from the city. But we need to find out who made these plans. It was calculated. And it puts us in a lot of danger for the dragon army at our back. I will do whatever I must. But I need you to find out who did this."
Of course,
one sec. So, Flynn, or Hawk, as I call him, Grom is trying to heal you up, bring you back up. You notice as Bakaris is talking to you, Grom, you notice this more, that in the middle of the room, on top of the stage where we left people, there's a ball of light appears in the center. And Grom, you see that there's electricity spinning around this thing. It starts to grow. It's as big as a dog. It's
Would I know what this is?
bigger and bigger. It is some kind of transport magic, if you wish.
Oh.
Bakaris, you start hearing the noise as you're talking to the guards. The guards start to run out of the room. Everyone here suddenly, as this amount of energy that's been cooked up in this sphere explodes horizontally. All of you, apart, I don't think Shilling's there. You weren't there because you were down the corridor. Fizz, did you go up on the stage?
No, I stayed back. I rolled a 17 on the Arcana check, by the way.
So everyone on stage, you take 30 points of damage.
Oh,
This
that wasn't
thing
bad.
There's
throws
no
you.
like reaction to shield or anything.
Nope.
Yeah, I
You
was
get-
gonna say like
you
with
get-
the Arcana check, we'll be able to like know what it is and shout out.
Nope. As you shout out, this thing explodes.
She was just covering her eyes and the thing.
You all get shoved into the walls. It's the shock of the damage plus that stone in between the windows explodes. Not just the glass, the actual stone. You start to see masonry fall down on top of the stage. As your friends, I would say Bakaris, Hawk, Grom, start to get buried under this stone. Shilling, Fizz, you take 15 points of damage. York, you take 15 points of damage as well, as this blast radiates down across the hall, exploding bits and pieces as it goes. And again, more masonry. The whole castle chamber rocks. And I'm going to say, Hawk, you're on the ground anyway because you were being healed. You're still there. How many hit points you got?
Oh.
6.
Okay.
Is my healing that I was doing on him count for anything?
It was building
Oh, yeah, I
up, building
haven't
him up,
added any.
and then so I'm gonna say he's on 6. From the masonry, I'm gonna be mean and give you another 6 points of damage, putting you on 0. And
Oh.
as you lay
Do I
there
not
with
get
this,
any sort of dodge or anything?
no, as the masonry lands on top of you, you're lying there. The sound for all of you starts to come back. The dust is getting down. The rocks stop coming down. And Hawk, as you're laying there, you kind of turn your head and you look where this sphere of energy was. In the ground, there is a circle, and it's hot. And inside, you see a figure. It's a figure of a knight dressed in armor. You see
Well, he looks friendly.
he's crouched. He's crouched on one knee, and he begins to kind of stand up slowly, mightily. Looks around, and you see his eyes glaring. He reaches up behind him, pulls out a mace. This mace is kind of a bit like the crown that he wears. Has skulls and screaming faces etched into it. And he just strides down. Bit like Robocop, bit like Terminator. We're going dum, dum, dum. He goes up to this set of wooden doors with one mighty swing. Smashes them, obliterates them, and continues to go down. Behind him is a flight of stairs, and you just see him disappear down the stairs. As you lose consciousness and everything fades to black. We will find out what happens in the next episode.
Oh my god, dude.
No, save me, Grom.
What?
How was that, guys? Was that okay?
Well,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I must have gone to the toilet during the shopping part.
What did you do today?
You bought loads of stuff and this happened.
You're dead.
So for those of us who have not played D&D with Dave for the past 20 years, shopping episodes never ever happen, or if they do, you've got no money.
I did have 0 coins.
So
so
tonight
I
was
had to-
either going to be we were being murdered on the road, or we were being robbed on the road. So if we did get to go to the shops, we've got 2 brass farthings to put together.
And Lord Bakaris has still got our 40
Yeah,
gold from the
standard.
start.
Yeah, actually.
Standing.
Wasn't that bad?
What an entrance, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, what an entrance, Randy.
I was
Yeah,
I was
so
watching
good.
the episode as you guys were getting. I was like, they're gonna murder me. They're gonna see me and just instantly murk me. And so I was glad. I was glad.
What was even better, Randy, was even when we were off air before we were coming on, they were
Yeah.
slagging Bakaris off as well.
Oh, no.
That's nice.
They were still doing it. It still had an
Nice.
effect on them.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I
I
was
mean,
like,
it's not a dessert, so.
Randy's the fucking best. I missed you, dude.
You did make me feel guilty for all the bad thoughts I've had about Bakaris in the 5 episodes since she was last on. It's like
As soon as I
you
saw that
managed
tear
to
rolling
make
down,
me feel guilty.
yeah,
Even
As
I
soon as I
felt
saw
bad
that
for you.
tear
Yeah,
All
that
it
was
was
some-
always too hard on
I
you.
nearly went.
That was some top acting, Randy. That was
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
good.
so good.
Thank you.
Oh,
I'm excited.
If you
to
hadn't
play...
have broken the tension with the old Andy slap,
Yeah,
there was a lump in my throat at the
Yeah, it's
point
very-
where he was
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about
the tear was
Very
coming.
heavy.
Jr.
Oh, I nearly went.
it was very,
Like
very,
Randy,
very
like
good.
just the choking up of like the kid dying thing. I was like, oh, as a dad, I can feel you. Yeah. So who is this Terminator motherfucker then?
We'll
Dead
find
next
out.
episode.
Yeah, we'll
Now,
fucking slay
to
him.
be aware, so for everybody, we're not going to be back in 2 weeks because Josh 1, Josh 2, and Lauren are heading out to Gen Con, which is in 2 weeks' time.
You there?
Taking their Badger merch on tour for me. Thank you very much.
Going stateside.
And Steve will also be heading over to the States for something different. But yeah, so you're going to have to wait 4 weeks before we find out what's going to happen.
Well, that's shit.
I'm going to come back as a ghost.
We'll all be ghosts.
Is anyone else down?
I'm real close.
No.
Real close.
No, I'm okay-ish, but
I'm
it
okay.
could turn.
Right, okay. I mean,
okay-ish.
because what was going through my mind is that there's 3 of us that are still up, potentially 3 of us still up. I shouldn't make that conclusion because not everybody has lots of hit points. But yeah, we only took 15 damage down the back end, but you took 30 damage. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And it's,
30.
if all
Yeah.
3 of you are down, and with the house rules that
We'd
was
be
plastered up on the grid,
Yeah.
on the screen when we was in the lobby, it's like you got to split and go to different people to try and bring them back. So if we don't bring you back in the next round, you're dead.
I would have been dead if I was
Yeah.
at the put it that way. I'd have definitely been dead.
I think if it was any other normal situation, then yeah, I would say your magic works, but I wanted to just get the cliffhanger out of the way. So it was just, yeah. Done. Cliffhanger.
So what is it? August the 18th is our next
Yeah.
tune in.
Yeah.
That's
We
All
get a little, we get a little bit of a break, and then we're back.
I am looking
So,
forward to that. What a
I
cliffhanger!
am. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
And we're going to
Don't
go
worry.
straight into it as well. When we come back, we're going straight back into it. So,
So no long rest.
so no
Yeah.
long rest.
Not follow
There's,
that.
there's no shopping.
Stream as well. I've still got level 1 exhaustion.
He's been doing this all with level 1 exhaustion. So my shilling's
I'm never
carrying him
drinking
around.
in fake life again.
Yeah.
It's the worst hangover you've ever had.
Had a hangover for a week.
It really is. It's been like 4 days of trauma for Fizzwiz. He's just like fucked.
And Randy, how was that for you coming back?
Oh, it was really cool. I really enjoyed seeing how everyone has changed, and or like, because I've been watching while I wasn't here too, and I was like, oh no, Fizzwiz is so like just going to Merc stuff, and he's sad and depressed, and like getting to see sort of your arc and how you've like, yeah, I just really enjoyed seeing it. Like you were still kind of Fizzwiz, and there was still that essence of hope and happiness and cracking jokes like that. That was awesome. It was a hard episode for me emotionally, but fun to see everyone here.
Yeah, dude, it's so good to
Good.
see you back, man. Like, yeah, I fucking love playing games with you guys.
We're gonna end the stream there. Obviously, we're gonna keep on talking, but we're gonna end the stream there for you. You don't want to hear us ramble on, but we'll be back. If you're watching this on YouTube, potentially the episode's already there. You can just skip to it and find out what happened. Watch it like a box set. If you're watching this on Twitch, yeah, we'll see you in 4 weeks' time.
Oh yeah, YouTube.
That's right.
We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you have some fun. Steve's going to queue up a raid, and
Awesome.
until next time, I will leave you with this trailer one last time. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.